Word on the street is, some of you have got an issue with the military-industrial complex and our involvement in this entertainment industry. You want to know what I've been saying? I've been saying, you're soft. With your flippity, floppity, noodly little baby arms and your soft, squishy little bodies. It's time you learned how to get hard. You want to know what's hard? Me. I'm hard. So hard right now. Ain't nothing harder than me. Hard as a rock. Hard as a goddamn brick wall. Ain't nothing harder. What is it the kids are saying these days? I'm bricked up. Bricked right on up. All right, let me confirm. I am not bricked up, but I am hard. Hard as a rock. You want to know what else is hard besides myself? Rockets, guns, grenades, blood, guts, glory, and definitely some explosions. Tanks, jets, boats, helicopters, submarines, anything that is moving at extreme speeds as fast as humanly possible with a flag painted on the side of it headed to blow up folks that don't look like me. And what better place to experience this excellence than in the comfort of your own home, or even better, in a dark room surrounded by strangers sitting in front of a big old screen. Criticless. Get bricked up. Go review something, but be hard while you do it. Stop using Criticless. This is Sergeant Dick, and I approve this message.
Warning. The following show features reviews from wildly unprofessional critics operating without the supervision of professionals. The thoughts and opinions held by these individuals are not to be taken seriously and do not come from a place of intellectual integrity. This show doesn't reflect the opinions of Criticless or its users. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up? What's up? What is up, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Criticless Cast Unhinged. We are freaking back. We're in the studio. The boys are back here. It's not just me at home, but hey, you know what? We didn't even miss them. Nobody even noticed they were gone. You know why? Because I had Bob last week, and we killed it. So, yeah, it was a good time hanging out with Bob Loves Movies last week, talking about Oblivion. That was a really great time, but today, it's not Oblivion we're talking about. It is Nobody 2. This just came out tonight / technically coming out tomorrow, and it's bringing back the character of Hutch Manziel. This movie took the world by storm in kind of an odd way, where everybody was continuing to do this John Wick thing, but for most it wasn't working for all of these kind of wannabes. And then all of a sudden Nobody came out, and everybody was like, holy shit, the guy from Breaking Bad is now an awesome action star dad man. And it was a cool thing. And so I think that this has quietly become this highly anticipated sleeper hit of the summer. And we're here to talk about it and let you guys know if it is worth checking out. We're going to be doing the spoiler-free reviews per usual, and we will get into spoilers possibly at the end. We'll discuss as we go to see if we even really need to do that for this type of film, or if we just want to stick to surface level chat. We'll see. I'll ask the fellas in the chat as well. But either way, and then we will do, before all of that, the business as usual, which is covering everything culture for the first hour. But everybody, what's up in the chat? And let me go ahead and introduce the usual Spud Specs, Mr. Christopher Gauss.
Greetings. Hello.
Good evening. He was on his phone. I was trying to see if I could catch him.
Dealing with my song.
Technical idiot. No. This is that mail order bride that you have been dodging, telling us about.
Email order.
Email.
All digital. No, I was finishing up my my song for today.
You're
because I'm being proactive.
Look at you.
And a professional. And
as the show always is professional, all the microphones are plugged in
every time, all the time.
Yep. Exactly. And I guess I should also introduce Mr. Matthew Verlaque. There we go. That's that good that good YouTuber energy I like to see.
God dang, you're white. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's that's one of those things. As I've been on YouTube and everything, it's funny. It's like we showed the ad before this show started that I put out on our channel today, and we showed it on Bro Science yesterday. But it's one of these things where it's like everybody that knows me personally knows I can very much be high energy, ridiculous, whatever. But when I'm on these YouTube shows, for whatever reason, I'm just like, I'm a chill guy. I'm like that chill guy meme. It's just like, I'm here.
Except for on this.
Yeah, except for on this show.
Yeah. It's where
We're
you're
all probably watching this show going, why the fuck is this not the Blaine we see?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and it's funny because we posted the ad today, and in our Monday Hangover chat, even Jonas Campbell, who's on that show, was just like, I feel like the Blaine that is elsewhere is not the guy that comes on this
like,
show.
Who's this guy on that ad?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Bring him here.
Yeah, bring that guy
We
in.
need Sergeant Dick right now. Give me that Sergeant Dick.
That's it. I think what it is I just need to start going in character as either my Charlie Day character or my, Sergeant Dick, and then I show up in full form.
Put on the persona.
Right, exactly. Just fully
Your persona, even, because
persona.
we know that Blaine is an avid furry. He would love to go to a convention with someone.
There are plenty of people in the chat who are aware of all the Geeks and Gamers things who would quickly volunteer me for that, because there are several guys in the community who are already up for being forced to go to a furry convention. So,
okay, let's forced to show.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
like, oh no, don't force me to go.
Right.
Dust off my fox outfit.
Right.
I just happened to have one. It was for Halloween one year. It only cost $2,000. It's not a big deal.
Exactly. Don't make me put in that butt plug with the tail attached. No.
Watch him wiggle it.
Right, exactly. So,
Oh my.
but yes, as I said, what is up, chat? Glad to have you all of y'all here and kicking things off with per usual an unhinged conversation about furries and whatnot. But so to everybody that's in here, first off, Sin's Corner chatted and popped in like way early when we first posted the video. What is up? Glad to have you here, Sin. Like I've said before, everybody go check out her channel if you have not before. But we got Caveat Ties in here. We got Chelsea. We got Crisco. Who else? Am I missing anybody? We got Miss Criticless. I'm sure that we got Wine Fiend lingering somewhere. We got my Dixie up in here. And JJ Happenstance. Is that everybody, Matt?
Yeah, I think that's about everybody I saw.
And then, of course, hello to all the lurkers and lingerers who hang out in here. And probably someone in that community that I was mentioning will randomly say that they saw us talking about furries or something, but we're in here and we didn't know. So, as it goes.
You creepy creepers.
Yeah, they're just creeping.
Keep on creeping.
Creeping. So, yes, as I mentioned, though, today we're going to be talking about Nobody 2. I definitely later I want to pull up and see, as I have my most anticipated movies of this year list, and I'm curious as to where this set and where it ranked, because we've kind of been checking in on that list as things have been going. Did you make one of those?
No, I never did. You showed yours
Yeah.
like a couple months ago, and I was like, damn, that's a good idea for a list.
Yeah.
And then I just never came back to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I really should, because that's a great use for the list.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Between like these kind of almost predictive lists, and then also the lists that are like, it'll be fun at the year end to like compare the two lists of like where they actually rank for points versus how I thought that they were going to be in anticipation level. So yeah,
that could be a new feature you add where you can compare lists in the app,
right,
without having to like open it up to
windows. That would be a cool feature.
That would be a cool feature.
Yeah, to like compare lists, or even just like compare to like another person's, like, hey, this is my Marvel ranked list versus your Marvel ranked list, or there could be some really cool uses for that.
Yeah, even if it is just like half the screen,
right,
and it's just like the name and the rank. So so it wouldn't be a lot of information, but something.
Yeah. Well, what you need to do is we'll turn Criticless into a dating app, and that's how you match with people. You have to make a list of your movies and your ratings of that list, and see how it compares with the rest of the
I feel like you are putting this into fruition, just furry-ition.
Blaine's mind is somewhere.
Back to the furry. Yeah, that thing. Anyways, you're putting it out into the ether. That way you can find your future. Once you get rid of this mail order or email order bride, then you can find your real love on Criticless. Is what it is.
Maybe I'd start using that. I'm the worst.
You are the worst.
Okay.
You are. So everybody right now, tag Chris. So in anything, I just tag him. What I prefer to do actually in the app is that GIF that's from Game of Thrones where what's his face is shaking the wiener.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just randomly put that all over the app.
I'll come
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. I was going to finish that, but
Don't finish.
I won't. Never mind.
And I see more of you popping in as things are going along. What's up, Jake Stanley and Life on Marshmallows? Hey, guys, what's going on? But I think what we need to do, we've already been here for 10 minutes. What we need to do is get down to business, and we need to do the culture thing, Matt. So why don't you go ahead and
let's get cultured.
Run thing. There we go. We got our headphones on, and now normally I will. I love that our culture for boomers segment is starting off with me behaving very boomerly while trying to present my screen.
While you're doing that, I do want to just point out Chelsea.
Yes.
I see you. I hear you. It's like trying to get Blaine to do something. Yeah, look. Think of it as like an endearing nickname at this point. You're going to just be Chelsea.
Listen.
Sorry, but Blaine's brain.
Blame your parents and how they spelled your name. That's all I got to say.
It says C at the end.
They put
Chelsea.
that at the end. Therefore, that's how it gets pronunciated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just a poor old little Southern boy. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I just mix it up. So, but it's fine because my wife's name is Sydney and her parents spelled it Sydney, which I love to call her when, Sydney. So, yeah, I mean, some people just don't know how to spell, and lots of those people are parents. I'm one of those parents who can't spell. Luckily, my wife spelled my children's names instead of me. So, with that being said, I was really trying to decide where we were going to take things today. There's just so much happening on the interwebs, so many things going on. And so I'm just going to start it off by saying, all right, so you know how people, they have like certain personality traits and they just like, you're like, that's that person. When you see something, you're like, it reminds you of a person. I found a video that is just a Matt ass thing. It's like,
thank God it's not me.
Yeah, no, it's usually
more entertaining with me.
Yeah, that's right.
Is this going to get real quick?
right, exactly. I'm like, I found something super gay now, just like Chris. But no, it's so. Here, this video had 44.5 million views. And so what it reminded me of Matt is that Matt is one of those people where if you just let Matt go like unattended, you just like, you watch him from afar. You just watch, like he'll just be doing some shit. This is some shit that Matt would do.
Hell yeah.
He's sick, right?
That was slick.
That's impressive.
Dude.
That's some smooth shit right there. Did you see?
Right. It's sick.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it is absolute compliment. It's like one of those things. Like if Matt has a stick and you see him in a yard, you'll just like all of a sudden you'll turn around and Matt's like, sword fighting.
Yeah.
You'll be hearing fucking.
That's what I do with my 3-year-old. He's gonna be the exact same because we sword fight with sticks all day long.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah. But I figured I'd kick things off with that. Now, speaking of things that remind me of people, I haven't seen my wife in the chat yet. So
I have.
Oh, is she in there? Okay.
She is.
She's going to hear me. So Chris was around for my wife's younger years. And her and her best friend at the time in high school could just get really weird and just do like some really weird shit.
Okay.
And our generation is very lucky that YouTube and things weren't around.
Yeah.
Because my wife would end up in this girl's shoes.
I used to wonder why nobody wanted to talk to me in middle school, and then I look back and I was posting stuff like this actively.
Skinny jeans on, and on my head and hey, okay.
Hell yeah.
I used to wonder why.
Okay.
But dude, that was the beautiful thing about when YouTube was young.
Right.
Because if you go back and watch like all these big creators,
right,
that's what their shit all looked like.
Oh yeah, they were all goofy and goobery.
I used to wonder why nobody wanted to talk.
Yeah.
Well, it was also like all homemade and not like this fake ass shit that we can see nowadays. That's so
overly produced and scripted. And
what gets the most clicks?
Yes.
What do I need to put in my thumbnail?
Right.
I'm thinking of things.
Right. It's about gaming the algorithm.
Yeah.
Versus just like doing some weird shit. But the maneuvers here, Chris, and I don't know if it rings true to you, but just watching her dance. You remember the girls doing that back in the day? Just that kind of weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, and I'm just like, I hope that, having a younger daughter and stuff, that like kids can still be goofy like that and not be worried about constantly just like being online or.
That's the sad part about being online nowadays.
Right.
I feel like they're all, and we'll know this sooner really, with your daughter, as she's starting to get older, like we'll start seeing like, does she still do stuff like this? Or are they so afraid that they're going to be recorded and posted that they just kind of shut down and stop being goofy?
Right.
Yeah.
Or on the other hand, they do it on purpose to get famous.
Exactly.
It could go either way.
Upside.
Right.
That could be a popular thing. Obviously, we're watching this because it's fun and funny.
Right.
So I feel like there is an opportunity for those quirky. That's a good way to put it. Quirky people in general. Just like there's a certain demographic that really enjoys that kind of stuff.
Right.
Where it's just like, this is dumb as shit and I love it.
Right. Exactly. So this next video, big pivot here on things. I'm very curious. I busted out laughing, and it was one of those things where I was like, am I seeing and hearing what I'm seeing and hearing? There's a very popular news account, and we'll go ahead and play it. Oh, well, maybe we won't. Oh, or we'll
be. A massive Taiwan is being smashed with a massive typhoon right now, and they are getting hit hard with strokes of wind up to 191 kilometers per hour. And it's also coming in towards other parts of Asia as well, especially around the southern tip of China. The storm has so far cancelled hundreds of flights, closed countless businesses and schools in 9 cities across China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan, and also thousands have had to evacuate their homes due to heavy rainfall and deadly winds. This has also led to Taiwanese authorities erecting shelters to assist displaced people. I'll keep you guys updated, but let's hope it doesn't swell in size from here on out.
By the end, I was like, okay, he's in on the joke. When I was first watching, because I saw it, and I guess chat, are you seeing it? Can you see that?
I mean, it looks like a serious case of purple balls.
Yes, it does. Not blue, but
that is a chode.
Yeah,
well, it's just
some big balls and
yeah. What is that? Elephantitis.
Elephantitis.
And that was all the rage back when we were in high school, dude.
It's probably really hot there.
Yeah. But I'm very impressed and proud of my guy for just pulling in all of the buzzwords.
Yeah.
I was like, 'cause he's actually fairly serious. He was, I don't know if he still is, the biggest news content creator on all of TikTok, surpassing Daily Mail and like everybody.
Really?
Yes, this dude is.
I've never seen this guy before.
You've never seen him?
And I used to use TikTok for news.
Really?
Yeah.
He is literally the biggest. But it took me a minute, and I was like, I got to go to the comments here, and everybody's like, the shape, and opening the comments, just knowing exactly what I'm going to see. Bro knew what he was doing. Stroke tip, swell. Did I miss any others? Actually, you did. Erected was
several.
Yeah, there was somebody who popped them all in here, but this video has been blowing up. Yeah, smashed, massive, strokes, tip, erecting, swell in size. So much props to him for this, just leaning into the joke.
Yeah.
On such a terrible event.
Right.
So the guys we all went to see the movie earlier, and my dad actually ended up deciding to go. He's finally retired, living the retired life, just living it up, getting to go to a movie in the early afternoon, And so I found this video, and I was like, this is something that would be fantastic to do to him, because he would react to the exact same way as this man. And because if everybody knows anything about boomer men, 99% of them are wildly homophobic and do not want to be touched. So,
True.
For $40, you got to let me caress your hair for 6 seconds.
Dude, what?
You got to let me caress your hair.
What the fuck you mean caress my hair?
Just for 6 seconds. $40.
What is caress my hair is?
I'm going to show you.
Let me just show you. What
6
caress
seconds.
my hair is.
Come on. There's the money right there. You got to take your hat off.
That is, I'm going to smack you.
Yeah.
Take your hat off, all the way off.
Slap.
1.
You said my hair, motherfucker.
I did.
You said my name.
You said my hair,
Your hair. 1. 2.
This is a slow count.
3. 4.
Hurry up, man! You son of a bitch!
For $40.
He took
He took that money.
Oh,
took that
yeah. I mean, if you're caressing my hair for 6 seconds, I would like my $40, please.
Right. Oh, it's
Shit,
so
I'll
good.
pay you $40 to caress my hair. I love, like, do you not like head scratches, man?
Right. A nice
Dude,
little
it's the
head scratch.
fucking best.
Right.
Hell yeah.
I like my Dixie's like not even for 0, but for 40. Fair.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
I feel that.
Hold on.
Oh, we got a super here.
Jake Stanley here. Blue Blues.
What up?
$2. I don't know why this gets $2. This is in reference to the Storm cock and balls.
Yes, you're welcome for that.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was the $2. Chris looks so perplexed. Y'all should have just seen his face. It was.
I'm just here for the ride, bud. You know?
But yeah, this is it just freaking about died because after this thing starts rolling on, that old man is just like, I'm gonna whoop that ass, and then he.
Or he's gonna.
I don't think it was getting erotic at any point.
Well, look.
The older generation reacts differently.
He
as
was a
we're talking
little
about.
slow on the hat remove, but he
all right.
still removed his hat.
Oh, it's because there was that $20 on the line. Actually,
40,
I think it's 4 or 40. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
40. So
Yeah. Dude, inflation, right? It
Yeah.
used to be like $20.
right,
Double.
It used to be a $5 job right there.
exactly.
It's always $20 is $20 in my world, but
Exactly. All right. So the question is, where are we going to send things, guys? There's one last one we're going to touch on. So do we want to do?
sorry, Dixie's trying to defend himself.
Yeah.
He typoed the $0, so it was supposed to be 40.
That's what they all say
Likely
after the
story,
fact.
Dixie.
Sure, walking it back. Walking it
Mr.
back.
Enormous. Or I mean wrecked. Sorry.
All right. So the question is, should we crap on NASA a little bit, or should we watch people getting fucked up by fish?
Yes.
Mm,
We have time.
yes. Yeah.
It's our show. We can do whatever.
We can do both. Why not?
Yeah.
Sure. Why
Yeah.
not? Why not?
Okay.
We'll start with NASA. We'll finish with the fish. You know what I'm saying? That's what she
Wait.
said.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, don't ask questions.
Larry, you're in the shot. Larry, can you please?
Okay, so this is a regular thing that Chris and I talk about me not believing in NASA or space
or the moon.
or the
you
moon.
think the moon's real? Idiot.
Is any of it real?
No, it's obviously cheese.
Yeah, it's definitely cheese.
Clearly. Well, cheese is real, first of
That's
all.
true.
Thank God.
Well, yeah.
but
Very
the
true.
moon, it's not real at all. It's a
Right.
hologram.
Definitely. It could be a hologram.
Mhm.
It could be a hologram on
No,
top
no,
of
don't-
another
don't put
service.
your-
So yes. So this video is mostly about things happening with the space station that shows that the majority of things that we see from the space station are complete and total bullshit. This one being a man just drinking.
Coffee down.
a drink in the corner.
Space coffee. Can you use a space coaster or something?
And do you believe that this is real?
You guys, this is amazing. They have found life on Mars. I am not even kidding. Legit life on Mars. Look, a fly. A fly on Mars. Can we send more?
They are resilient.
This astronaut's wired.
It's Martian.
I said they are resilient.
Yeah, they are resilient. Then it would be a cockroach likely. So
True.
Completely malfunctions, and they quickly cut away before anything bad happens. I'll show it again. So if these are fake, and again, this is just for entertainment purposes only, someone missed a reflection in the edit.
So my question is, how can you operate a lid on the outside of the space station by manipulating something mechanical on the inside of the space station without losing air pressure?
It's called real good engineering.
So a tortilla, a massive tortilla.
What is that supposed to be? No.
Let me know when he figures it out. So this one is uniquely interesting. The man upside down looks to be a little stuck, and if you notice,
this one's
point
good.
as far as that, but look at his shirt, and it happens right when this guy presses a button on the wall, and then when the other guy goes by, he seems to release something behind him. Guys, that is so awesome about the space shuttle launch. It's great, but has anyone seen my pet rat anywhere? His name's Hugh Jackman. No? Now, they're using something that's attached to a cord, and it gets stuck on something behind her. I mean,
Look at
if it was a line, it'd be
Look, it's
hard to
on the
maneuver,
line.
But
you can literally.
How did she unhook it?
There, right there.
Yeah, but that would mean it would be wrapped around the line.
It is.
How does she
It's right by her ear. Watch.
How does she unhook it from?
She pulled it around. Let's see if we can get it there again.
To a cord, and it gets stuck on something.
All right, wait for it. There, it hooks, and then she pulled it around. Right there. Which there, dude, the amount of these things, the biggest one for me is the hair. It is the NASA hair. It's just straight wild. Like, clearly they spray paint these women's hair to make them look like they are in outer space. I was trying to see, I had some hair videos.
Sorry, did you say spray paint?
Not spray paint.
Like glue them.
Hairspray. Sorry. Hairspray. No, they hairspray them because the whole thing is that it's like Elvira or whatever, and their hair just like, it doesn't flow. And if you compare it to the 0G rides that people do where they go just out of orbit and their hair, like, it flows and stuff. But all these space station videos, the women are just like,
I don't want to start talking about science.
Yeah, bring it. Oh, yeah.
They're not going out of orbit. That's ridiculous.
You know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean. Out of whatever.
They're just free falling.
Free falling. Yeah.
That's what air quote 0G is.
Right. They free fall so they can flow inside the plane without.
Being in orbit just means that you are falling faster than gravity can pull you to the ground.
Right. If you believe in gravity, you know what I'm saying.
True. Idiots. Jump off a building.
Also, yes, as Caveat Ty says, my hair. As well, we don't know how it stands up like that. Oh, there we go. We'll go back. Oh God.
I love this crane.
That would be terrible.
You're going for a ride.
Oh shit!
Dude, right
It's
here.
the same dude.
Holy freaking
He's gone.
Dude, kayak fishing is the most insane shit on the planet.
In the ocean? Never.
Never. My father-in-law does it regularly.
Yeah. Put your head in there.
I don't even know how to. Oh my god!
Bro,
oh my days.
Yeah, the ocean is terrifying.
Yeah, but
absolutely terrifying.
We're not supposed to be fucking with it,
right? And I don't think that we even know I don't even know a 100th of what is going on down there. I don't think we have any freaking idea, because space is just, or not space, but space is fake, and the ocean is real and terrifying.
The ocean is the real space.
The ocean is,
which,
you know, I've heard that NASA actually started being based on sea stuff, and then they pulled out and away from it, and pivoted over to the space
up direction.
Yes,
pulled out and up,
out and up.
Kept going. They just didn't stop. They were just like,
they were like, we're getting the fuck away from the sea.
We're going to get as far away from the ocean as possible.
Right.
Where do we do that?
Space. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, but and I see the chat is popping off down here. We got more of you guys popping in. Like everybody's saying stuff. What's up, guys? How's it going? I'm trying to keep up. I know that these guys kind of are to a degree, but anyways, and Jake Stanley, actually, I did see you brought up about an anime segment, and it's funny because my wife hates our anime segments and does not want us to talk about
really?
anime. Yeah,
she's not an anime fan.
No.
She's not an animaniac?
No, she is not. To the point in which when I watch anime anywhere in the house, she literally slowly walks through the room and just goes,
that is an appropriate response,
It kind of
honestly.
is.
And I felt that way for many years.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Just wait until we
guys
get
have
to
to get
the
used to it
my watch
nowadays.
section.
Right.
Because I literally saw what's that football quarterback played for the Patriots forever.
Oh yeah,
quarterback guy.
Yeah. Is Giselle is his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. There we
got
go.
there.
Yeah, football dude.
Names.
Apparently, he was wearing a one-piece shirt during a big interview.
Hell yeah.
And the guy was analyzing. They were like, "This is crazy that he's wearing like a one-piece, anything that's not just like a plain shirt or like a jersey or whatever."
Mhm.
Because that has to go through like so many levels of approval, and it just shows that they're trying because you know it's all marketing bullshit
Sure.
here and there. And so there's this whole talk about the marketing teams and all that are like, hey, we're gonna pay them X amount to like wear this shirt,
Yeah.
and it just shows a shift in society. And you guys, Blaine, you're specifically big about this because I've been watching anime since I don't know, like middle school or high school.
Right.
But you just started watching anime
a year and a half
like,
ago.
last couple little bit. So
yeah.
It's just interesting seeing this huge shift, especially in the younger generation. Like we were standing after the movie talking.
Yeah.
And there's a Demon Hunter movie coming out soon. And so many people were skipping all of them and would literally be like, "Oh, look at this one."
Really?
Yeah. I just noticed several people doing that where nobody else looked at the other posters.
Right. But the anime one got attention.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of the biggest things, and it's what I've tried to explain to my wife is I'm like, goofy elements aside, the like weeby elements of it and stuff. It's like once you get past some of that, you realize that the writing is 9 times out of 10 better than the shit coming out of the US, better than even a lot of the live action stuff coming out. It depends on what you're watching, obviously, but
I feel like if you choose there is really high quality stuff out there as far as like, I don't know. I feel like just the content that it's promoting is generally, well, at least what I've watched is pretty like moral compass is pointing north. So like it's good. Like it's a good message in most cases.
Right.
I'm sure there's
or
shit
really
ton
bad
that's
message.
yeah.
Right. Or
I just don't watch those because I'm not a pervert.
Oh yeah.
You bought that, right?
Yeah. Oh, and also I did want to say I'm there with Twisted Reality. I hear you. They're absolutely doing weather modification as well. If I could do a whole show on conspiracy stuff.
Honestly, we should.
We should.
Not on this show. Let's do it separate. Let's keep this separate.
Right. Because I know Beardo wants to do one. I get Beardo started on stuff and he gets so excited for Bro Science, and then X-Wing is just like, no, can't buy into any of it. No.
I'm gonna be the antagonist in this.
Oh, you'll be picking fights.
You'll want me there because I'm gonna bring logic. Into this.
You're gonna have to bring up some
everybody else said.
Yeah,
you have to trust the people I believe.
Right.
Don't trust those other people. Trust the ones that I trust.
But that's where the conspiracy theorists come in because they're like, well, look at this video that doesn't make any sense. And you gotta be like, well, I trust the people.
Right.
Like the videos we're just watching. Like, are those all fakes?
It's all about
where are they
baby.
sourced from? That's what always questions when I see TikToks like that, and they're like, "Look at these videos." I'm like, I want to see the original broadcasted video,
right,
see if it lines
or the original recording,
not a TikTok of somebody compiling other videos.
The compilations. There was only 1 or 2 of those that seemed like extra wild, but those super crazy big fish do exist and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, the fish. That's all real.
Yeah, exactly.
The fish one's real.
That's there's another.
You mean you mean the space stuff? Well, because we got
stuff.
I thought you were talking about the fish stuff.
I was like, yes, fish are conspiracies just like birds.
Well, no. I just mean like the size of them. That
I
was
like
a lot of the stuff, like the capsizing the boats, different things. Like a lot of that shit. Like
that was whales,
brother. Yeah,
that was a fucking whale.
Well, even with whales, there's been stuff going viral, especially on like Facebook, TikTok, different places.
They're trying to say that the ocean's fake.
Yes, they're saying the ocean's fake. No, basically just videos of like taking things up to another level of like, but it's clearly AI, but people, right? And people are falling for, or even just like whales doing crazy things. But you look and you're like, something about this looks a little glonky. It's not real, and so you do have to watch out for the AI shit nowadays.
I've seen Free Willy. Right. I know what's up.
I mean, orcas have been working.
Yeah, dude, they're on a warpath.
They're on a warpath.
Really?
Yeah, but
dude, orcas have taken down
that?
like 30 boats in the last like year or two.
Holy
it's
shit.
a specific area, like the orcas have all taught each other to like attack boats.
Yeah, I feel like it's off Portugal. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like
it's somewhere in that general area. Yeah, I agree.
It's not in the U.S. area.
Right.
Not yet. They'll train them.
Oh yeah.
Then it'll be all out warfare.
I got commandos.
Sign's gonna show up.
So all right, guys. Normally we would take our headphones off, but I'm gonna tell these guys not to do it yet because the first thing that I want to talk about in the news is connected to a TikTok video. So Matt, we're gonna go ahead and run the news thing.
All right.
Chris about got his ears blown off with the sound from that one. All right, and we're going back to the video. which is not being
Ooh.
presented anymore. What happened
Yeah.
to it, Matt?
I didn't do it.
I like Tiny Wheel.
You did it.
I didn't
No, I'm
touch
kidding.
anything.
I definitely did it. All right. So I want y'all to see this, and then it will lead into some articles and some conversations. It's really the only news thing I'm going to touch on. So y'all just check this out.
Well, it's a big part. I mean, definitely Superman leads directly into Peacemaker. Should be noted that this is for adults, not for children. But Superman leads into this show, and then we have the setting up of all of the rest of the DCU in this season of Peacemaker. It's incredibly important. Lots of guest stars coming up, lots of characters that are going to show up that we've already met in Superman. And I don't think there's anything I've ever done that I love more than this season of Peacemaker. So I'm so excited for people to see it. Well, it's a
Lies.
Lies.
Everybody's going to say that whenever it's their press tour for what
Right.
they're currently working on. Like,
Right. So that is the thing. I'm just curious about y'all's thoughts about this. There's some bold statements in there. I've not seen anybody running articles about this conversation and what he said here, because potentially this could be fairly big news in the fact that he said a whole lot of the upcoming DC universe was going to be featured in this new season of Peacemaker, which starts soon, which leads into a whole bunch of things. One of which being it's a season 2 of a show that was connected to the previous DCU that they are now going to be dismantling. It's season 2, not 3. It's really been that long.
Swore they had two.
No,
There were two
maybe you're
seasons.
thinking because he was in the movie.
Right. No, he didn't even see Superman.
Oh, did they like
No.
split up the first season?
No.
No,
slow
but he
release?
was in
Really?
Suicide Squad.
Oh,
So
he
maybe you're
was
thinking
in
it's a
Right.
Suicide Squad movie and then one season of his own show.
I
Right.
could have swore they had 2 seasons. I'm just dumb, I guess. I could have. I don't know. My
Yeah,
concept of time.
I've been debating on going back, and I am curious to see with everybody in the chat. People are so torn on James Gunn. People are torn on this Superman movie. People are torn on Peacemaker. All of this.
I love Peacemaker.
I do too.
It's a fun ass show.
It is.
It is just fun.
Yes.
Like
It is.
yeah.
And I am excited. And the new season comes out like next month or this month.
It's soon.
It's either the end of August or end of September. I didn't realize it was so close until
Hell yeah.
like yesterday when I saw an ad for it. So
Yeah.
but the thing is Peacemaker season 1 was almost like so
Confined
just-
or
yeah,
contained.
just contained.
Yeah.
There was only 1 or 2 scenes that they've already acknowledged they're like this is not part of,
Right.
because like Shazam shows up or like his siblings show up in like one of the
Right.
episodes.
I forgot about that.
So there's a couple scenes they say like don't count.
Well, and at the end, like Aquaman and
Right.
So like, yeah, they're going to be apparently clear about what stuff is and isn't canon. But I think part of the plot to this show is that essentially this version, our new version of Peacemaker, is going to go and take out the last version of Peacemaker. So, but like there are some parallels because there are 2 Peacemakers in this Peacemaker show.
Oh really?
Yes, like that is
him and his dad.
no,
Or,
like him and him. The
Oh.
exact like another
That would be kind
alternate
of
reality.
funny because they are ridiculous. I would love to see them fight each other.
Season 1?
Yes.
They have both?
No. This new
Okay.
season.
I don't know if I missed something they were alluding to.
No.
or something like that.
I think literally from what I've seen in the trailers, it looks like this new Peacemaker is going to encounter the old one.
You know what I would love?
What?
Love. I know nobody has the budget for it, but I would have loved if they had RDJ be alternate Peacemaker, because he does
That would
fucking
be-
he's everybody, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
he's gonna be the new Doom or whatever.
Right.
But him being
Bringing
like
him over into DC out of Marvel, have him be like some obscure
that would
character
be
like that. Yeah,
I would love that.
that would be hilarious.
I don't think that anybody would
wouldn't.
afford that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like nobody
Right.
has the money for that.
Outside of
but-
just like a favorite, there's a bigger chance of it being like Chris Pratt just because it's James Gunn, like something like that, you know, or someone from the Guardians team. I know
Not really
you're
care
burnt out
about
on Pratt, but and that's the thing. It's like some of the people in the chat love this and Gunn and all of this. Some people don't. Like I said, everyone's split on it. And also, we were talking about when this was coming out. I looked. It's this day next week, literally.
Okay.
Like so.
Yeah,
okay.
Rhombosaurus.
Yeah.
Said that.
Yep. We're a week away from it. So yeah, it's very soon, which also brings me to an article. Now I don't have it pulled up here. I'm not even going to bother. But essentially, what they're saying is that Superman is hitting digital release really soon.
Yep.
It's going to be on the 23rd. So you can see it at home by the 23rd. Now, the thing is, and there's a lot of conversation around this, Chris didn't see Superman. Matt's only seen it once. I've seen it twice. Like I said, people were kind of torn on this movie. I liked it much better the second time. there are people that are claiming that it is the reason that they're doing this is because it's not doing as well as it's supposed to in theaters, and that's why they're releasing it on digital early. Then James Gunn is coming out and saying that he actually wants this to come out before Peacemaker to ensure that as many people can see it as possible for when they watch Peacemaker. Yes, Chris.
Is Peacemaker in Superman?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Briefly.
Very briefly.
Yeah. No, I don't need details.
Yeah.
I just want to. That's cool.
Yeah, but he is in it. He is in it, and it's funny, and it's a neat little bit.
Love it.
And so he is in it. And that's the thing where it's like, I do like that he is continuing to build out the DC universe. I am curious with him making this statement. It does, the statement in the TikTok video does line up with him wanting to release this in time for the Peacemaker show.
Season 2.
Yeah. Right. And so that does line up. And so I am interested. It's like, is he going to take these big shots where he's like introducing big DC characters in this show that we've not even encountered yet? And would that be a bad move to put them on an R-rated show for their premiere on like a HBO exclusive show? Or like, is this a good move, bad move? I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm excited because I know I'm going to watch it. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to like go out of my way to watch it.
You really liked season 1?
I did. I really did.
Yeah, why wouldn't you watch this season?
It's not that I'm not going to watch it. I will 100% watch it. It's just, am I like, boot scoot boogieing over to,
Max
first thing I'm going to do? I'm not going to sign up for Max to watch it.
Right.
I got sales for that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I Gunn, I don't have like this reverence for Gunn like some people do that think that he's going to save DC, but I also don't have anything against him. I'm very aloof or neutral with him in this, so that's why I'm not gonna like. It's not on my calendar to like check out this season, but I will. I'll watch it because I enjoyed the first season, and if they can maintain that kind of atmosphere and the vibe that goes with it,
right.
Well, because
I'll check it out.
Gunn did the first season.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. He wrote and directed it, and he did this one as well.
Yeah, so he's already like knows the character and understands it, and he did the Suicide Squad, and like you said, like we talked about Superman previously on our show. Like I wasn't super crazy about it, but I am excited to watch it again, so I will be renting it when it comes out, so I can watch it again. Personally, I think it's a really smart way to introduce these characters that we don't know.
Right.
So Marvel's formula used to be, you get a movie per character,
right,
and then they had a trillion characters, and they were trying to figure out what they were doing, and every movie has 5+ characters in it.
Right.
Superman movie did that. But I think it's smart if like Peacemaker, they just like every once in a while slowly introduce characters that aren't like super, they're important. They'll get their own movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is that.
It's not Batman. They're not going to introduce Batman in this, I would hope.
They might.
I mean, I guess I could. Like,
They could be like, we got to go to Gotham
Right.
City.
The Batfleck.
Right. But they could be like, we got to go to Gotham City to do something.
I could see us maybe getting like our Robin or our Nightwing or our...
I would honestly be happy if they just went to Gotham but didn't do anything with Batman.
Right.
They like maybe like talk about him, be like, oh, that fucking weirdo that dresses up like a bat.
Right.
They obviously are going to make jokes about that as Peacemaker.
Right.
But I think it would be cool to like incorporate the city at least, or even like Commissioner Gordon or whatever. Like,
right.
bring him in.
And maybe that's
like,
the type of stuff he's talking about, because those are still big characters that it would be nice to have introduced, but you're not introducing your Batman, your Wonder Woman, your Aquaman, your Flash, your whoever.
Yeah, hold that off for season 5 or whatever.
Right.
Like,
Now,
well, they just get their own movies.
Right. Which I will say, who I would love to see introduced, and I want a new one. I'm freaking ready. I want James Gunn to do it. Give us a motherfucking Green Lantern, bro. Well, I mean, not Green Lantern. Green Arrow. Sorry.
Oh,
Green Arrow. Green Arrow.
Did we not watch
Somebody in the chat? I just read Green Lantern in the chat, and then it came out of my mouth. So no, Green Arrow. I want Green Arrow. I think that Green Arrow, which we're freezing up. We're freezing, guys. There we go. All right, are we back? Yes. Okay, we're done freezing. So yes, I want Green Arrow. One of my yes, Chris is. Oh, you moved. You moved. The eyebrows. Oh wait, no, he's.
I can't control my eyebrows. Sorry.
Yeah.
The caterpillars.
Yeah. Green Arrow. I want to see him. I love Oliver Queen. I love that character. The Arrow show was good until it wasn't. I think that a more like even maybe a rated R or like a high PG-13 rated,
Yeah.
character version of this. It would be a perfect introduction. He's not a mainline Justice Leaguer, but he's still a Justice Leaguer. Those kind of
he's
characters.
huge. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
feel
he's a huge character, but I'm just saying, like,
Arrow's-
he's not. I guess he is one of the mainliners. He just hasn't been in the movies yet. Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Because they went
yeah,
with
true.
Cyborg instead of
Green Arrow.
To me, Cyborg was always a Teen Titan,
Right.
not
Yeah.
a
True.
Justice Leaguer, especially in the OGs.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see him. I guess that's the better way to put it. Is I want to see him be a mainliner again, and he is the type of character I would not mind getting introduced in an R-rated TV show, and then him showing up and being like, "What the fuck's going on over here?" Like just being like a darker, but still fun character. I don't know.
Yeah,
Black.
No, I think that they should keep it race just keep all the races the same. We've been there.
I don't just asking.
Yeah, I
Dude,
actually
I could 100% see Green Arrow could, in my mind, Green Arrow is a black man. Like, it just feels like a role that is like
made.
It fits
would
that.
work.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
which I've never seen any of the shows.
Right.
So
I mean,
I'm
there's
not
no
an
reason it
expert
couldn't
here.
work, I guess, except that I don't know if Green Arrow is
Right.
ever black in any comic
No,
book.
he's not. No,
I mean, like Lantern, because
We
that's
can
the
make
thing
it
with
happen.
Lantern 4. Because that's the thing. So you got to think James Gunn's going about this a weird way because we're getting a lot of like kind of weird characters. Because you got to think we have Creature Commandos confirmed, so they might show up in this. Because why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Right.
We have Lanterns.
Right.
So there'll be
Which Green Lantern's a mainliner. I'm curious.
Right.
I think
but there's gonna be three Earth.
three Earth Green Lanterns. I think we're gonna have Earth Lantern, a Space Lantern, and a Dead Lantern. That's what I think about those three lanterns.
Dead as in like
Like
zombie,
they're gonna kill
un-
yes, a zombie one. No,
zombie Green Lantern.
they're definitely killing off
Really?
Hal Jordan. Absolutely.
Okay.
He's already old in
What a
this.
shame.
Like, I'm just guessing, but like, and Beardo made the exact same guess. I've been pontificating on this for a little bit. But honestly, my fan casting, all right, and everybody in the chat who has seen this, anybody that watches Tulsa King will be familiar, but it is actually the lead actor from Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
That guy is in Tulsa King. He now has like a mustache, like he's blonde, he's light haired, he's the perfect age.
So are you just looking into a mirror and being
Right.
like,
He's
I like this
super
guy.
handsome.
You know what? He's got blonde hair,
Right.
a mustache, a mullet. Yeah, he goes by Clit Commander or something like that. Yeah.
Definitely has
Love
a
this guy.
huge wiener. Yeah. That guy. So cast me, DC. I'm right here. No, but yeah, I'm really that actor. I think the guy from Tron Legacy. I'm blanking on his name currently, which I think he's going to show up in the new Tron movie. I'm really good about knowing all of these names and things, but whenever we're on the show, I blank every time. So, but anyways, I think he would make a perfect Green Arrow. I think I said Lantern a minute ago.
What has he done recently? By the way, has he been?
Garrett Hedlund. JJ brought it up. Yeah, he honestly hasn't done a ton.
Yeah.
But I guess if you get syndicated on a show like that, then it's kind of you don't really do a whole lot outside of the show. But,
Well, that's the thing. You do the show for years.
right.
Right. Well, and so that's the thing is he's done that show for 2, now 3 years. And so I just think he's got the perfect look for it. He's got the vibe for it and it totally works. I'm going to stop presenting. I might be able to bring him up and show you what he looked like in Tulsa King if I can find it. We're going to do something really crazy here.
Okay.
Wait, no, we're not. Never mind. No, I'm going to make it.
So
Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Let's see. This is a baby version of him. We
He's
don't have a-
become aged.
Yes, he's
like
older now.
us.
But yes, this is more of what he kind of looks like now. But I think
Like,
he's got
Daddy?
the perfect... right. As long as it's not freaking Pedro Pascal, we're calling Daddy. We're all good.
God, I hope DC just is like, we're not gonna do anything with Pedro Pascal.
Right. Yeah.
Just steer clear from him.
They'll do one more and it'll tank, and
No,
then
that's
they'll be
Marvel.
like,
That'd be Marvel.
oh,
right.
ew.
Yeah. 'cause he's got a
Marvel can carry him on if they want, because he's
Yeah.
doing Disney and Marvel. So
Oh.
if he just stays over there.
Mm-hmm. And actually, you were asking what he was on. Actually, a movie that he did a little while back was Triple Frontier, which I really enjoyed. Speaking of Pedro Pascal,
is that
and it's Charlie Hunnam,
and
Ben
Affleck? Okay, I was gonna say
Gary Hedlund, and
all the people.
Yeah, everybody's in this thing, and Oscar Isaac. This movie was actually pretty solid. It's a cool movie.
Yeah.
And if I remember, oh no, that's not directed by who I thought it was. But anyway, so yeah, I think he'd be a good choice. I sent us off the rails there for a Green Arrow talk, and we're in a tiny window in the corner. But yes, so. Anyways, I want to hear everybody else's thoughts on the future of DC. Do y'all think that they're releasing the Superman early because they are, trying to fix things because it didn't do as well as it should have? Some outlets are saying the movie's doing great. Some of them are saying they're doing bad. Some of them are saying it's doing okay. It is sounding like the movie is going to just probably break even, but not make DC a bunch of money, which in all honesty is fine. As long as DC's not losing money on it, then they don't necessarily have to, bail on this whole thing, and hopefully they wouldn't. That would be dumb for how mishandled the last DC universe was.
Yeah.
You can't bail out at this point. You just need to keep pushing, and it either starts to be a success or it doesn't. And
and that's the thing, is as long as these movies are making at least what they put in to it, then yeah,
you're growing the brand.
Green, but you're growing the brand, you're setting it up, and then eventually you have movies that knock out of the park. I was just looking, they probably are pulling it because it's not doing as well as they wanted.
Right.
Over last weekend, it only pulled in 7.9 million domestically.
Right.
So that's not a lot of money. And they do know that when they put it up for rent or buy, people are going to flock and buy it.
Sure.
And then people are going to go out of their way to buy the special editions and stuff because this is DC's restart.
Right. And Jake Stanley just made a really interesting comment, and he said he thinks that the Supergirl movie is the Lobo movie. That was after saying that he thought Lobo might be dope because they are doing Lobo. Jason Momoa is going to be Lobo. So he's not Aquaman anymore. He's Lobo. I think this is going to be pretty awesome.
I'm curious to see what the Lobo is like, because I was just watching the animated Justice League.
Right.
And I mean, he's just like a womanizing, like,
right.
in my mind, they're gonna pitch him as like this womanizing, like,
he's just a dick,
biker asshole, dude, which Mimosa could do, but he doesn't do that very often in his movies and stuff.
Now, and that is a really good speculation, and I'm guessing that he is speculating that Lobo is going to be the villain of the Supergirl movie, which I could see. Now, I don't know that it is going to be the Lobo movie for the fact that, now granted, they could do like fake beard and different things, but interestingly enough, Momoa has the Lobo look already. He's in the process of filming Dune right now, just shaved his beard off for the first time. He has no beard right now. I would feel like he would.
I've seen him without a beard.
No, he hasn't had one in like 6 years or something.
Okay.
He hasn't not had a beard.
I feel like I've seen him recently in a movie without one, and it was jarring.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
He's
he looks way different without a beard.
Wait, he's doing another Dune movie?
Yes.
Was it a prequel or something?
The third. No.
He's dead. His character died in the first one.
He did not
No,
die.
he didn't die in the first one for sure. Oh, maybe the first book, but definitely not the first movie.
From what I gather, he
was
literally
in the second movie.
He put out
Wait,
no,
or am I dumb?
he wasn't in the second
I
movie.
could be dumb.
No, you're thinking of Josh Brolin, I think. I feel like that's who you're thinking.
Yeah.
From what I gather, when he released this video of him shaving off the beard, he literally said it was for Denis Villeneuve and all this stuff. So I could be totally wrong about this, but yes, it's Dune Messiah is the third film. So yeah, I'm not a big Dune person. Don't like sand. It's the fucking worst.
Anakin.
Dune's
You
bit.
are Anakin.
I know. I am an Anakin. So
Pussy over here.
yeah, I know. Caveat saying he died in the first movie too. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what I saw. Maybe they could do some prequel scenes or something. I have no freaking idea what's going on, but I swear that's what
Maybe it's for flashbacks.
Maybe
they do like flashbacks.
Yeah,
right.
But beards do grow pretty quick, so I mean he could
Oh, yeah.
grow his beard back. But also doesn't Lobo have like mutton chops? I didn't remember him having a big beard.
I don't even know who Lobo is.
He's like this space rocker dude who rides around on a space motorcycle and like is equal strength to Superman, if I'm remembering the character right.
Okay. No, I am absolutely right about everything that I have said. And he's
fight you over that.
Coming back as a clone. So
okay. That was my
the Clone Wars.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Perfect.
So yeah, that's what's happening with that movie. So yeah, I
can respawn.
Think yes, Lobo. I know they're just we need to look up Lobo now according to Jake Stanley. So yeah, it's
I'll look it up.
Lobo's cool. Lobo's cool. He's a cool character. I'm interested to see what James Gunn does with the future of DC and where things are headed. I don't know. We'll all see when Peacemaker comes out. We're gonna see when Lanterns comes out. And then Supergirl. All those are kind of right here together. So
quick question.
Yes.
Is Lobo a nickname for lobotomy? Because
it could be.
It should be.
He's a space motorcyclist. I'm so curious as to how this is going to be done in live action.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, it could be awesome. My problem with Jason Momoa is he just acts like himself nowadays in a lot of his movies.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of annoying.
Jason Momoa as Jason Momoa. Well, that was the biggest problem. It was Jason Momoa as Aquaman. And that was my least favorite thing about Aquaman. I'm like, this is not Aquaman. He was my least favorite of the casted characters and what they were doing with the DC universe.
Yeah.
He was sexy, but
but I mean,
fit the character very well.
No.
And the only reason he worked in Minecraft was because that like
him being stupid.
It was just him being stupid.
Right. Which I actually really enjoyed him in Minecraft because it was a different type of an approach on him doing him but stupid. So, and obviously it was a huge success. Everybody freaking loved Minecraft. So, I think that that's going to be it for our new segment. That was the main thing I wanted to touch on. There's a lot of stuff happening with DC right now. Everybody's all over the place and trying to kind of decide where they land with it. I think that some of that movie getting released early has to do with the fact that it's not doing as well as it should. I think that it does make sense for him also, if that much is tied into Superman and the future of DC, for him to get it in front of more eyes before that show comes out. So I think it's a little bit of both.
Do you think it's like unrealistic expectations for how movies are going to perform in theaters these days?
Yes.
I feel like there is a misconception, or people are adhering to 5-10-year-old ideas of what the theaters will produce. Like, I feel like it's not the same anymore. Like, I feel like, you're going to get that burst of people that are true fans, big fans, whatever, that are going to go watch it in theaters, and you're going to get that burst the first 4 weeks or whatever. But like after that, I feel like you're not going to have the same return that you did in previous, like historically. Like I feel like in the past you'd have these, movies like Avatar. It was fucking like in theaters for 6 months or something ridiculous, and was like still making millions and millions of dollars. But I feel like it's just not the same environment.
Well, I mean, things were already getting a little bad before COVID, and then COVID just totally screwed everything to do with movie theaters. And then between streaming and just all these different factors, it's just still not bounced back. That's the long and short of it. I mean, Superman was like one of the biggest movies of the summer, and it's considered underperforming. That's fucking wild. Like, that sucks.
There's a lot of projections that the movie theater industry will be gone in like the next 5 to 10 years because they're just not performing. And it's so funny because, I mean, we went to an action movie at 5:30 on a Thursday night, and our theater was well under half full.
Oh, yeah.
Brother, there was 4 other people in that theater. Besides us. Not like
I know,
close to half full. There was
it was a little more there when I got there. It's like a quarter full.
I
didn't see anybody come in before you, but
I'm there with Jake, where I think that's the thing, is if it's something interesting, people will watch it in theaters. The problem is the problem is that of late, one of the biggest problems with Hollywood and everything in this theater,
they're not interesting.
Well, really, I mean, it's the writing's been shit. The movies, even still, it's like Superman still didn't blow everyone's socks off. Fantastic Four did not blow everyone's socks off. Like it then you had F1, like it was really good, really solid, but that was subject matter that was not approachable for everyone. It was a hyper-focused branded racing thing. So it's like, those are your 3 big summer movies technically, and it's just not the type of stuff that is doing what it should do, which is a shame. And that's the thing where it's like there are certain elements of what Gunn did with Superman where it could have been a whole lot more successful and very easy choices that he could have made. And it could have done much better. And that's the thing, is that the people are writing things, people that are creating things are not thinking of all audiences in mind, and quite often have themselves in mind as far as a creator and self-insertions and all of that stuff. So it's a shame.
And I feel like that is extra true for big budget shit. I feel like that's why we're seeing so many gems come out from indies. That's always been the case, right? Like even when we were in fucking high school, like it was always the indie shit that like they became a cult following behind it, like I feel like it's more noticeable now because of inflation, I guess, would be like just the amount of money that goes into things. So like nobody from the first one, right? Like very low cost to create it, but they made 10 times what they put into it, or something.
Whatever. The first one literally cost $16 million to make. In movie speak, that is nothing. Like
that's one person's salary in a big movie.
It's a few schmeckles. Like they made it for that, and then it turned around and made even if it made just a bit, it was still
like
profitable.
160 million is
Right.
10 times their budget.
Right.
And that's like a small release,
Right.
like you were talking about, this is what Superman's whatever week, and they made 8 million or 7 million, whatever you said.
Third week?
What? It's only been that long?
Or fourth week? It's not been that long.
There's
Right. So worldwide,
maybe fifth
at
week?
least
For what?
4.
Superman when it was released.
No, it's been out for longer than that.
Has it?
Yeah.
least
At
like
least.
the other
No,
day.
it's been much longer than that.
Yeah.
It's been out for a hot minute. So yeah, but Nobody One made it grossed 57 million worldwide.
What was that? Nobody won?
Yeah, the first one, Nobody. The first.
Oh,
Nobody.
sorry. Okay. Yeah, I got
You were thinking
English.
WON, not
Like,
ONE.
Nobody won. I was
Right.
like,
The first Nobody film cost 16 million to make, and then still grossed 57 million worldwide. It definitely made more. They didn't.
Yeah.
It's like they've made more than enough money back to make this other movie.
Right.
Now we've got a second one here, and I want to see.
But while you're looking that up, it's
Yes.
like I've been saying before, like I think every director should have a limit, and they have to stand by that limit.
a limit of what?
Amount of money they can spend on a movie.
Oh.
And not
Well,
be,
yeah,
not
I think
like,
everybody
not
does.
like here's a $300 million movie that is very hard to make its money back. They should
Yeah.
be forced to spend a lot less money.
Right.
Well, I mean, I think that
Well, that's
you're
the
just
studio's
trying to
job.
help it. Yeah, exactly. You're just trying to help out studios at that point, because they're
Right.
the ones who are like, we're going to throw all this money at something
Right.
and it's going to make us back money in full. It's like,
Right.
that doesn't happen. Like, if you're spending 300 million to make a movie, there's not that many movies that make, if you're wanting to make double that, like, I feel like there's a short list, you know what I mean? Like that makes that kind of return on
Right.
things. So it's all a
especially
gamble.
with streaming nowadays, because there was, I think Matt Damon had this interview where he was talking about like the 90s and 2000s where they had DVD sales to fall back on.
Oh, yeah.
So like a movie
Yep.
didn't do too well, boom, goes DVD. They make
Right.
their money back because it becomes a cult or classic or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
nowadays, I don't know how much they make from streaming services, but it can't be that much. I don't know how streaming
Right.
services stay afloat on their own.
Well, that's
Like-
what they're saying now, is that most of them aren't actually as profitable as they should be.
Mhm.
It was kind of overestimated, and so now they're all in a bit of trouble because they've all kind of hit a peak.
Yeah.
And they're plateauing now.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting to see where the future of streaming is. That's why all of them are adding in fucking ads again. It's like, that's why we got rid of cable to begin with. You guys suck. The only thing, right?
Fuck you, ads.
Yeah, ads are the freaking worst. The only thing.
Has he?
Do what?
Sorry, I'm just saying hi to Z.
Yes, what's up, Z? Yeah, the only thing here is that I don't remember what I was saying. But
Sorry.
no,
Wow, I really
it wasn't
checked.
you. No, I was already blanking before you said that, and then it really threw me off.
You're really
No,
blanding?
Not a big deal. Yeah, I was blanding hard. But anyways, I think honestly we just need to go ahead and talk about Nobody, because we're kind of drifting into that territory anyway. So what we're going to do is go ahead and talk about Nobody 2. We're not going to get into streaming stuff or any of that. We're just going to go ahead and talk about what you came here to hear us talk about, which is Nobody 2. Matt, run the thing, the humpy lady. Them cheekies.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Chris? Say it on the air.
No, just my like what you've been watching is
Right.
piling up.
Yeah.
Because I have had some degenerate times here recently, so I've just been
It's a weird way to put it.
binging shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm degenerate for sure. For, like,
that much anime?
yeah. It's like 7 or different shows that I've watched to completion.
Holy
Fruition.
crap.
Wait, what? No, fruition. Fruition.
Fruition.
The
It's how
new-
you say it.
New word.
That's how you say it, is fruition.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes, so guys, here we are. Time to talk about Nobody 2. I have closed my Criticless, which has all of the info on this movie on it. And we actually have several reviews of Nobody 2 that have already been popping up. So people are seeing it. You guys are already giving us your thoughts. We have 5
Nice.
voters, so there are more than even previously were. Now, Matt, I guess you'd like for me to share this, wouldn't you?
I
Probably.
mean, you can if you want.
Yeah, we can go
It's
ahead.
up to our
and share it.
viewers.
Right, we can see. All right, so can everybody see that? We good, we Gucci. All right, so we got some Criticless stuff pulled up here. Nobody 2. So yes, this movie is directed by the same guy, I think, if I remember right, that did the last film, or is this somebody else? No. This is a different director. I thought we had this.
Nope, different director, same writer.
Right.
So I was researching this yesterday
Yes.
because I watched Nobody yesterday.
Nice.
And speaking of that, halfway through the movie, we're on Amazon Prime. Boom, a 3-minute ad popped up, and I was like, "What the?"
3 minutes.
Yes, Dude.
Did you skip it after a minute?
No,
or?
no skipping. Then we just mute it. And walk
I would
away.
literally
Yeah.
delete Amazon.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
but anyways, and I was like, oh, I wonder about this new movie. Like, does that same cast? I knew some of the cast, and it was the same cast, same writer, different director.
Yep. So yes, we have a different director. It's Timo Tadahunto.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Just
Got
like
it.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Killed it.
Yeah. That's how you say that name, and it's also how you say Timo's last name. So yes, Timu directed this movie, and so yes, the same guys involved with the screenplay last time, Aaron Rabin and Derek Kolstad are involved with the screenplay, and you can feel that it has the same writers. I'll go ahead and say that. But that aside, we've got a different director here and a lot of the returning cast. We've got Bob Odenkirk, Connie Nielsen, Christopher Lloyd. We got now RZA is back as well. And then we've also got the original two kids that were in the last one. And Colin Solomon, who plays his kind of boss man, is back as well. And so that's a lot of the returning cast. I thought it was cool to see all the family back as the same actors, which is nice because sometimes you get sequels like this and it's like different people. Right. And you're just
It's jarring.
Yeah, it really is. And so I'm glad everybody was back for this one. But we've got new faces as well, being that Colin Hanks is in this. Hadn't seen that dude in forever.
Yeah.
He is looking more and more like his father.
And it's weird seeing him in this role because he kind of plays like a sheriff.
It's a very different role for him. Not anything. He's a peacocky sheriff.
Yeah.
Right. Where I perceive him as a dweeb.
Right.
Yeah.
Just think about Orange County back in the day.
Right. It's weird because like I know his face and it's a very recognizable face, but he didn't actually age. But it's almost kind of like where they just put a gray beard on somebody who doesn't deserve
but
it.
Actually, his gray beard is the crazy thing.
Like, but everything else about his face doesn't portray like he should have gray in his beard.
Right.
Like he seems younger than me. He's probably older than me or the same age, but he feels older just because of, I mean, I've got gray in my beard, so I can't really talk, but
right.
It was a weird thing.
It's because we're getting old and therefore everyone else is getting old with us. And it's weird to see somebody like that who felt like they were close-ish to our age. And you're like, you're kind of old now. What happened?
In my mind.
Yeah, exactly. So, this movie, like I said, we've got 5 people that have reviewed it so far. It sounds like we've got 2, at least in the chat, who have already seen it. And so we will let y'all know our thoughts. But if you did not know what this movie's whole premise, what it was about, is essentially it picks up right where the last one left off for the most part. I mean, it is, in a sense, some time has gone by, but like not a ton.
Yeah.
It's the kids are close to the same age. The son's in high school now.
In the beginning, I think it said like 2 years later.
Did it?
Oh, did it?
I didn't think
I
actually
at
did.
the very beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
I just saw the like time lapse where they were going through just like days of the week, but I didn't see anything about. I trust you though. Like if it's 2 years, that checks out.
I think Matt hallucinated it, and who knows? We'll know. Sin saw it, and she's in the chat. She can let us know. But yeah, so in a sense, this picks up relatively soon after the last one. This is following Hutch Manziel and his family. And they are going on a family vacation that harkens back to his childhood in this small town theme park that he went to when he was a kid with his dad and his brother. And essentially, things go sideways as they do in this world for Hutch. That's the main premise of the movie, and we will let y'all know our thoughts. Now, my dad actually, he let us know what he thinks when we first got out. And so I will let y'all know about that too, if you want to know what an old man thought about the movie. So
yeah. Real quick.
Yes.
I want to know, so Rumbosaurus.
Yes.
He said he's 47. Are you talking about
Colin Hanks?
Colin Hanks is 47?
That is my guess.
Dude,
I keep looking on
motherfucker
the wrong
looks good for his age. I want to look
He was
that
born in
good.
77. Yeah.
Yeah, holy shit. Dude, he looks fantastic for 47. I would have thought he was like...
Wait, no, if he was born in 77, that's older than that, isn't it? Am I mathing wrong?
Yeah, you are.
77, 87, 97, 2007.
2017.
That's in his 50s. He's close. But
well,
minus a
minus
couple
3
years, you're
yeah.
right. He's getting close to 50, so yeah. He's right there. So yeah,
Ronda's
that's wild.
did the math.
Thanks for doing the math, Ron.
Yeah.
Good job.
Holy shit.
You got to hear us do
like, I would have never guessed he was 47.
Yeah. It's wild.
Dude aged well.
Yeah, he did age
It's all
well.
those babies they eat in Hollywood, you know? Like, it's a good diet, apparently. Like, keeps you young.
Apparently it is. Yeah, well, if all the rumors about his dad is true, there's that.
Well, coming from somebody who doesn't think the moon's real, but no, honestly, I don't trust Tom Hanks.
No, I don't either.
Nah,
That dude
he's
gives me
too
willies.
perfect.
Well, and and it is kind of weird to me now because I just really don't like Tom Hanks, and his son is looking so much like him now that I'm like, it's giving me the same vibes. I'm just like, and now seeing him as a villain character as well, I'm just like,
he's got bigger ears though.
he does have bigger ears.
Yeah,
got mama's ears.
That's
no
right.
hate on that.
That's right. All right, so on to our thoughts of this movie and where we land with it, guys. Let's see, Chris. Why don't you let us know what you thought?
It's real funny.
Yeah, it is really funny.
It is hilarious, even. But I agree with your dad 100%. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah, like I was holding back in the theater, but this movie is not nearly as good, anywhere close as good as the first one to me.
Okay.
I was very disappointed with it.
Really disappointed?
Yeah, 100%. Dude, the first one was a fucking banger, but this was, like he said, it was very like, it's like they were playing to the audience as the
a little too much.
Like, oh, this is what you like, we'll give you this, but it's very scripted. It's not like I feel like the first one was very kind of like, yeah, it felt like natural. Like it was a good, like the sequence of everything laid out was really well done. But this one felt like they were pandering to certain genres of, whatever. It was just like, we need this amount of, violence and whatever. I don't know. It did not hit nearly as hard as the first one. I would honestly give this somewhere in the like low 60s, high 50s.
Okay.
Like,
so maybe an upper
something in
decent,
there.
lower rad range.
Yeah, probably I would go in the decent range.
Okay,
First
that's
one.
more the 50s.
Yeah, it would be like high 50s,
Right.
like 56, 57. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
It was just, it did not hit anywhere close to the first one. Yeah. So that's me.
Wow. All right. Which, and interestingly enough, yeah, we've got some of y'all in here chatting it up about kind of where you set with the last one, different things. It's wild. Caveat, Ty said he didn't like the last one, which is wild because I don't know anybody that dislikes the first movie, really.
And if you don't like the first one,
right. And honestly, you're not going to like this one because this one does pull on a lot of things from the last one. And one thing I did want to bring up, because we've had a lot of people even recently talk about and review Nobody, and it is sitting at zoomed in too much, a 57 viewers and an 85%, which is really good. This is a super high critical score.
It is most excellent.
Yeah, it is most excellent. Well, like I said, you will be hard pressed to find people that dislike this. So it's interesting hearing people that don't like this movie, because it is generally quite loved.
Yeah,
but. And I did as well. I gave the first Nobody a 90%. I think Matt just recently gave it like a 95.
Yeah.
So both of us really liked the first one. So I guess the question is kind of ping-ponging back over to Matt. Matt, you versus Chris. I'm guessing you were going to vary from Chris, but that is just my guess. Where do you sit with this one?
So having watched Nobody yesterday,
yes,
and then watching this one today. Obviously, the first one, I gave it a 95% yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was after, I actually wrote my review this morning after thinking about it, which dropped. I was going to give it 100% if I reviewed it last night. And then I thought about a couple small things that like didn't sit well with me at the end. So I dropped it to a 95. This movie, there was a lot more things I just picked up. I was just not as, it was so campy.
Yeah.
And they took the campiness from the first one, which works well.
Right.
And I feel like it was like, Chris kind of said, it was a little forced.
Lean too
Some
hard.
of the action scene was fine. It's just not as good. So I give this one like a 62. So it's still rad.
Right.
I still laughed a bunch. I still got giddy about some of the action scenes. And that's like the first one, I was giddy the whole time. Like every action scene, I was like, yes, this is what I like about Ip Man and like Ung Bak, like those kind of movies. Like I get giddy about those action scenes.
Yeah.
Nobody did that for me. John Wick does not do that for me.
I think because John Wick has hit cartoon level action.
Maybe even like the first one I got that giddy, the second one I did, and then the others I was not giddy about.
Yeah.
But
as long as you like the first one, like as long as the first one gave
Actually,
you that
I
reaction.
personally think 2 is the best one.
I agree. 2
personally.
is the best one.
2 is the best John Wick movie.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm just a fucking slut
You like an
for
origin
story.
yeah, you are origin.
Love it.
Which also makes sense why you liked the first one of this so much more than the second one. Now, which another thing that neither one of you guys have mentioned, which is a big thing with this movie, is this movie plays almost one for one exactly like the last film.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking down to
opening scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
How this movie's story plays out, having just watched it like one as well. It is beat for beat insanely similar.
Which is a wild choice. Like I thought it was quirky that like it opened the same way.
Yeah.
And then it like unfolded and it kept being like the same. I mean, they changed the story to a degree. It's expanding the story and the lore. But you're right.
Yeah.
And it was just weird that it was note for note.
And there is some things about that I actually really appreciated and liked. And actually, there was a point in which this film, I was like, the writing in this film is fantastic. Now, hear me out. What I mean by this is how the story is structured, how it is doing things that most Hollywood films don't do right now, which is focus on family, which is, even in a film like this, an action movie, and it's one of the things that I loved about the first one. It focuses on the family element. It focuses on a functional husband and wife relationship that has their issues, but is very functional as far as couples go. You're going to have your disagreements. You're going to have things that you don't get along with well. But the whole first movie was about how Hutch was depressed, hated life. I mean, this dude was about to freaking Minecraft himself off the face of the planet and like ended up feeling that like his life goal was just to murk fools, right? So the last movie was about him finding his purpose, his life goal, which is being a hitman, right? It's being this boogeyman. And his wife was like, I understand. You were miserable. You hated life. Our marriage wasn't functional and happy. And I don't think this is a big spoiler, really. And I'm like, I don't think we're going to really get super deep into spoilers on this. But for this movie, what it really sets up here is it's like, oh, but it's not all sunshine and roses here when you get everything you want. Because quite often, and it really did kind of hit hard, where it's like he found his dream job and now he's found out that he's in such high demand with going back to his job that he's also not being able to be the dad that he wants and the husband that he wants because his life is so demanding, doing the thing that makes him happy day to day. And that is a lot of the type of writing that is completely void from current Hollywood. That is a level, and it's not even that it's that intelligent. It's just that modern Hollywood is that fucking stupid. Like, I mean, really, in all seriousness, that they are not capable of writing competent plots like this that play out in a relatable and believable way. And you can go ahead.
I was just saying, it's funny you say that because the first thing that pops in my mind is Breaking Bad.
Right.
Because it's literally like a through line in Breaking Bad, which of course, that's my introduction to Bob. I don't even know how to say his last name, Oberek or whatever it is.
Odenkirk.
Odenkirk.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen him in anything until I saw him in Breaking Bad, and then I didn't watch Better Call Saul. So my second introduction to him was Nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was so this is the third thing I've seen him in.
Right. And connected to one of the only other thing that you've seen him in. Sorry, my Dixie made me laugh here. Anybody that wasn't around for 2 weeks ago, my Dixie wants to know one question: is there the appropriate number of ropes in it? I've been burned by that before. Referencing all of the ropes that were in. Chris a little bit to pick up on that one.
No, and that fucking correct up from our last review, or the last review that I was here for.
That was I'm having it in front of Van Helsing.
Yeah,
Van Helsing.
These are great use of ropes.
So many fucking ropes.
Many ropes in Van
Ropes
Helsing.
and or chains.
There are some chains in this movie, I think. There are some chains.
Rope too.
No, oh God, there's a fucking anchor in this movie.
There is an anchor
Which
with
is
the rope attached to it.
One of the good things.
So yes,
even though it made no sense.
No, it didn't
logically.
It
was fun. So.
Yes. So that is, as far as the writing component, that is some stuff that did impress me and that I did like about this movie.
So what would you rate it?
So that's where I'm struggling.
Kept towing around the question.
Yes,
I
struggled
us
because the last act actually did lose me a little bit. Like I said, this one is beat for beat like the last one. If you know anything about the last movie, it does go a little Looney Tunes with the action in the last act. Matt pointed it out in his review of Nobody Won. It didn't bother me. I didn't hate it about it, but it does get a little wacky. It leans into some of those wackier elements of like the fighting and stuff. Like it's Home Alone rated R.
Yep.
And so this movie does that as well, and it's fun and it's exciting, and there are people that are going to absolutely love that component, and people that aren't. And I didn't necessarily dislike it, but some of it was a bit predictable there at the end, without getting into spoilers. As far as that last battle, and then, but there were some things like Chris said. We laughed a lot in this movie. That is something I wasn't expecting. I thought the last one was quite funny, but this movie was. They leaned into the comedy a lot, arguably too much.
That was my thing. I think this one was too much.
Yeah.
Because then it became less funny. There's that, the perfect amount of like comedy in the first one where it works. And in this one, they just tried to, and that's why I was calling campy. Because I think that's what they were trying to do with the comedy. It was being campy.
Right.
And it was just too much.
And I like how Caveat sent a $5 here.
He had to redeem
Thanks for the
himself.
$5. I saw your first comment, and I was not going to redeem you. It was too little, too late, buddy. But now that you did a super, he said that he didn't not like Nobody. I said I didn't think it was that great. Listen to me, Caveat. If you don't say you love it and it's amazing, then it means you didn't like it and you hated its freaking guts, buddy. And so that's just a fact.
That sums up Blaine's personality whenever it comes to any kind of opposing opinion on anything. If you just like it's altered a little bit, that means that you are the devil and he's going to kill you. I hate to break it to you, brother. You're down dirty.
Yep. You're up shit creek without a paddle, bud. So, yeah.
I mean, he did give it a rad. So,
right.
Okay, titties.
Oh, did he?
That's still fine. It's 61%, though. So, that means
you're on the cusp.
You'd probably be like, this is a heinous.
Right. That is a heinous. A 61 for Nobody is a heinous. So that's just, that is what it is. And Jake, thanks for the two for buddy.
See you, buddy.
Later, man. Thanks for popping.
My name is Chris, by the way. Just I know you didn't
Chris
know.
but the C's, not the K's.
You won't find me. I'm not going to do anything. But my name is Chris. So, yeah.
Holy crap. And we got El Capitan in here hopping in. He said, damn, did I missed news for boomers. And yes, buddy, you did miss it. And we went through some news today, buddy. There's a lot happening, including a giant storm dong. You're welcome. So when you go back and check that out, you will see it. So yes, and that's Captain Meat in Criticless. If you did not know, folks, the legendary Captain Meat, who was the OG, the Dark Blaine, the evil version.
It was Dark Blaine for a bit.
In the early on days of Criticless. So yes, and as my wife said, I am Red Foreman. She regularly calls me Red Foreman. If you don't get that reference, it's the grumpy, angry dad from that 70s show who always says he's going to put his foot up people's ass, which I say at least 6 to 7 times a day.
The funny thing is, Caveat Ties has like 10 years on you.
Yeah, he does easily. I'm probably more Red Foreman than I have any business being. We are freezing once again.
But Blaine does like putting things up people's asses. So he's very Red Foreman.
I hope that whatever part of that statement came through during that freeze where we were frozen, it's just you saying something about something going up in the ass.
Blaine.
Yeah. There we
loves.
Go. It's me.
Insert. Something like that.
Insert. Yes, very appropriate. So yes, Criticless scale though for Nobody 2. I think I'm probably going to be in the upper rads. Somewhere. Probably like a 78 or something. I had a lot of fun with this. I've gotten to where after watching a lot of these older movies, watching a lot of newer movies lately, I've been seeing a lot of things and being on these different shows talking about movies all the time. I am really starting to appreciate when modern films are just moderately intelligent about their storytelling. And even though this did overdo some of the writing and stuff, just the family components in this series and in this movie, they really worked and they resonated with me. I thought it was a good move. I commend Hollywood for doing that because we are at a point right now where writing like that is honestly a risk in Hollywood because the critics just don't like that shit. They're like, where are the blue-haired lesbians with the nose rings? And why are we not talking about racial politics and like all that shit? Like,
well, her name is Sharon Stone and she's in this movie.
And she has 2 baddies that are her number 2 and 3.
Right. And honestly, I will say, and I might not be quite that high because now that I'm thinking about it, there is one character that we did not mention. There is a rather legendary actress that is in this film. I won't say who it is. I didn't even recognize her. Did you say it earlier?
Yeah.
Somebody else, or it wasn't Sharon Stone?
Oh, you had already said that. Somebody
It's fine.
said
You
it.
don't. I know that you don't listen to me.
I don't
and
really.
You know, I'm just really here for comedic relief.
I just like it because Blaine, you said it, and then a minute later, Blaine was just like, "We're not going to mention this
We're
person."
not going to talk about
and you were
it.
just like, "You mean the one I just mentioned?"
I missed it.
Blaine literally has a filter for my voice. He's just like, "What's this gay asshole talking about?" Like, I'm just gonna block all that shit out.
Probably just sounds like a Tesla.
Yeah, it is.
That angelic voice.
It's that Red Foreman in me. You know, it's he comes out sometimes and I can't keep him at bay. I didn't hear you say Sharon Stone. So yeah, Sharon Stone is in this movie, and I honestly thought she was one of the worst parts of this entire film. Her character is absurd and outlandish and ridiculous, and she annoyed me.
I liked it because of that.
Oh,
for me, I liked her. It was because at this point, this movie, like I've already said multiple times, I'm gonna keep saying it, was so campy that the villain being this like so ridiculous and over the top and like person doing this shit,
right?
Like made sense at that point in the movie. I was like,
it makes sense. It's just, and that was, I think, at the introduction of her character and seeing how over the top and ridiculous and just what she was doing, and she was clearly having a ball doing whatever the fuck it was she was doing. It was horrendous.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, did not like it, but it was the thing, and it really hurt it for me. And honestly, even thinking about that alone kind of lowers my score. It's probably going to put me closer to like 70 or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, so that was my problem. Another one of my problems. My problem with this movie is almost my same problem with the first movie. Is that last act,
right?
Like, just is so poorly done. And the first one, it was fine. There was just like a minute or two where I was like, this is poorly done.
Well, it was just a little too cheesy for the rest of the movie.
Well, yeah,
It
but
went
it
so
also,
Home Alone.
the action sequences just didn't like make sense.
Exactly.
They were like, you could tell, they set booby traps and stuff, but they were just so like orchestrated and didn't make sense, and we're not talking spoilers, but it's just like it didn't work for me.
Yeah, and Sin agrees. She's in the chat. I pulled it up as well. She feels the exact same way we do.
Yeah.
Right there with you. That's the thing, is you can't take her seriously. You're supposed to be the big bad, and you're just being goofy as shit.
And the thing is this, they took the villain from the first movie, the Russian dude,
right?
And they were like, take that performance, because he was exactly the same,
right?
And they're like, just crank it up to
make it Looney Tunes,
double it or triple it.
There's something about Russians that just makes it
works.
much more believable to be
Maybe
this
it's
kind of a
tracksuits,
lunatic.
you know.
Yeah, use their karaoke skills. I don't know, but there's something. It actually makes it believable.
Right.
Maybe I'm sexist in saying this. I don't know, but like she just couldn't sell that, like being that big of a hard ass of like, oh, she'll fucking flay your family in front of you in the front yard. It's just like, really? Like I'm not thinking
nobody's doing anything about it. Like, that extreme. Like,
well, like that part I could believe if she was that intimidating, but she wasn't.
She wasn't intimidating.
Is just like quirky. She was like that weird chick in high school that nobody wanted to hang out with.
Weird aunt that comes over at fucking Thanksgiving and does weird shit in your house, and you're just like, go home, aunt.
Yeah, it's like
she's like that girl from that TikTok we watched. Right, just didn't stop doing.
She literally dances like the girl in the TikTok video.
Exactly.
It was weird. I didn't like it. Worst part of the movie, and so that's what's interesting too. I wanted to bring up as part of just rolling along with this review is that if you are to look right now on Rotten Tomatoes, which we don't like to invoke that name too much around here, but it is sitting at an 84% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is super high for that site.
Right.
And once again, calls into question just the way that platform works, which is thumbs up and thumbs down, where it's like, I can see most people watching this being like, it's not a bad movie. Even the people that are like, it's all right. Like, because that's the thing, is all of the things that worked in the last movie work in this movie. The problem is just that they take those things and crank them up to 10 until you don't like some of those things as much.
Yeah.
Like the comedy.
Yeah, and I feel like that might be my biggest qualm with this, is that like, yeah, they tried to do things like the first movie, but I feel like they failed across the board to me. Like they were trying to replicate it. They were trying to redo the magic that they found in the first one. And it just felt forced.
Right.
Which I think another thing that your dad said was just like, yeah, it felt like forced. Like it wasn't just a fluid thing of like, this is happening and him reacting to it. It was like, we're going to build this entire story around it. And that's the plot of the movie. And it's very like structural in a Hollywood term. Like they were building this to be a hit based off of their last
success of the last one.
And it wasn't doing something it wasn't doing anything new.
Anything new. Exactly. And I think that is the thing. And they tried to coast a little too close on the coattails. There was something kind of nice for a while about the way that it was similar to the last one. And I'm like, there's something kind of neat about how this series as a whole, and the very first movie was about life being repetitive, was about seeing these things repeat, these days repeat.
Like this movie.
And that's the thing where it's like, what really would have worked is if like the first half of this movie was kind of the beat for beat, like the last film. And then it went somewhere totally different and unexpected. Like goes to a different country. They hop on a plane and go somewhere, or like whatever, just go somewhere totally different. But they're like, no. We're going to stick to the exact same format as the last film. And I think that it was to the movie's detriment. That, don't get me wrong. I'm still in the rad territory.
I agree with that assessment. That's exactly what I think. If it was like at the halfway point, they decided to completely change how like the last act went, even if it ended on the same note as the movie did, I'd be fine with it. But there was just something about that last act that should have just been something completely different and gone a completely different way.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like the last act was very similar, like almost, I wouldn't say frame for frame, but I mean, like it's that close to being similar to the first one, but it doesn't hold the same weight as the first one. It's kind of like Born Identity and like the first one with his fight scenes, and he's got amnesia and he's like trying to find himself. And I feel like every Born Identity after that is trying to replicate it, but it doesn't hold the same weight. Like, yeah, you can have cool ass fight scenes and, you know, whatever, but if it doesn't have the same impact as what you're trying to emulate, like it just feels lackluster. Like they're just literally copy and pasting on the first one. And it just really didn't hit with me on this one. Like I was not like, oh, you know, like in the first Nobody, in that like bus scene with the Russians.
Dude, that bus scene.
It was fucking, I was just like, oh shit, the whole time. Like,
well, edge of the couch.
And I think part of the problem here is the hyper injection of the comedy, because you'd have this really good fight scene and then all of a sudden you're getting someone like having a duck head slammed on their head and like going for like these goofy moments. He's doing badass shit, but then they're like, and here's a joke, and here's something really cool and badass, and here's a joke. And it's just like there was too much of that to where it undercut the badassery, whereas we'd get these serious shots where everything was serious. And if it was that you got to laugh, it wasn't from like a, hey, did you see that? You want to laugh at this joke moment? It was just like, that was like, I laughed at how awesome that was and fucked up it was. Versus something a little goofy. And this movie just kept turning towards goofy. And I think that was definitely to his detriment. And I wonder if that's this different director and his style, where he was going for some of that and these jokes in the action, versus the previous director who was really wanting to get into that nitty gritty action.
Which I agree. And it makes more sense to keep the comedy out of the action. You could do it like once maybe, but not like every fight scene. And I think that's where this director, you could feel it was a different director, was during the fights. Because everything else was so similar, except some story beats at the end didn't quite make sense and left questions in my mind. I'm like, maybe they're building out lore somehow for the third movie.
I do think that this movie was absolutely building lore for the next movie. There are multiple things, without us talking spoilers, there were absolutely multiple things going on in this movie where I'm like, that's going to show up next time. Without being a spoiler, the movie opens, there's a dog, and you're like, what's this dog about? Definitely building that dog to be a character going forward. Like, there are certain things like that in this movie that happen in certain characters where I'm like, they're building this character up. They're building this thing up. I will say as well, RZA is in this movie. His acting is very so-so.
RZA is a terrible actor.
Worse than the first. You don't let RZA speak.
We should review.
Oh no, I know that
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist, yes,
and Iron Fist 2, since they let him make a sequel. I could not sit through 5 minutes of Iron Fist,
It's
and I
so
love
bad.
kung fu movies.
It's so bad.
Dude, I'm just happy that they like are letting him live his dream of
Right.
being a like
A ninja.
samurai. Yeah.
My dad was like, Black Ninja. Like, dude,
It's like
I
one
was
of
like,
the-
you should see his Black Ninja movie.
Hell yeah,
It's
dude.
bad.
It's one of the best like Japanese historical like whatever, like it's great. It's a great theme to go behind it, like this black samurai that comes over. It's a fantastic story. I love it. And then he's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love that portion of it.
Right.
For sure.
It's,
but
it's something.
it's yeah.
Yeah,
it
his
still just doesn't
acting and
fit
stuff.
in with
But
this.
at the same time, like there are parts of this movie where I'm like, they really threw him a bone with this.
Oh yeah,
they're
he's letting him do.
Yeah.
They're letting him do what he wants to
yeah,
do. With
like he's like whispering ninja things in this movie.
It's very anime.
Me, there's a
Yeah.
ninja, I'd be like, that was badass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally. And so that's part
It
of the
was.
problem too, is even with his character, it leans more wacky and goofy. And you're just like, last time you were a serious badass, this time you're like an anime character.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I got back from Japan. Now I am
Yeah.
a badass.
Right.
And we're not in spoilers yet.
No, it's
feel
fine.
like-
Like,
Well,
it's
we're not gonna spoil it. It's not spoiling anything. We haven't said any. I think we'll just avoid the major spoilers.
Saying we're
Right.
like at 10:00. Like we're not even spoilers yet. Like,
right.
What
And
are
as
we
Kevin
doing?
said, yes, are we talking about Assassin's Creed? Yeah. The most recent one. That was quite the controversy. So yes, and we actually have a $5 from
Yep.
JJ Happenstance. Matt,
That'd
I'll
be
let you go ahead and we're fine. There you go.
We're clicking each other.
Click fight.
JJ said, I'm going to see Highest to Lowest tomorrow. I'll
Mhm.
have to get back to Nobody 2 at some point, even though I adore the OG. I am not rushing.
Yes. So Highest to Lowest, I had no idea what he was talking about,
Yeah,
but
I
Highest to
know.
Lowest
No
is
idea.
apparently a new movie. It's a thriller crime drama starring Denzel Washington. It's apparently a Spike Lee film. That in itself makes me not want to see it. I think he is one of the most overrated
Yeah,
directors in Hollywood. Never seen a Spike Lee movie where I was like, wow. So
Yeah.
there's that. But there's a lot of people in this, and it's Denzel. Denzel is
That
the freaking
man
man.
draws me
champ.
Denzel.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, and also we got Jeffrey Wright, who always shows up. ASAP Rocky, really strange. Ice Spice, nope, I'm good. So, yeah, I don't know. This will be interesting. I mean, it's going to be a Spike Lee movie. Let us know how it is, dude. Drop your
Well, and
review.
Finn said she's also might
Going to try and
review
pick
it.
that out.
Yeah, she said she found it. She
Yeah.
wants to see it too. So
I'm curious
we'll
about
get
your
some
thoughts.
reviews in, I'm sure.
Definitely not the type of movie I tend to search out unless it's just super good by some chance. So, yeah. So we'll see. But yes, so this movie is not getting the reception, at least from this group, that I was necessarily expecting. And it sounds like most of the folks in the chat are at the same page with us. So what I would say is, if you were seeing these Rotten Tomatoes scores, if you're seeing all these critics, I would just say maybe temper your expectations. But at the same time, I can say, and y'all have heard me talk about kind of some of my positives about this movie, it is not doing the hyper political stuff. It's not, getting into whatever woke is these days. Like, it's not doing those things. Like, this movie isn't PC. It is very comfortable being violent. It is, but at the same time, it's not being edgy per se, but it's not being a lot of what current Hollywood was. So there's that. If you're sick of what modern Hollywood has been doing, it is at least a reprieve from some of that. But if you absolutely were over the moon with the last one, there is a good chance you're going to be in the same boat as we are.
That's actually surprising. Like, I figured you would have honed in on like the girl boss aspect of this.
Okay.
Because the old spoilers, the penultimate boss in this is a woman who has 2 female bodyguards.
There is that aspect.
That
you're
felt,
not wrong.
It felt really like unbelievable.
I agree.
Like, dude, there are so many female like action figures that like don't subvert my expectations and are like actually believable of like, hell yeah, this chick will beat ass. Like,
right.
But in this movie, it felt like
It felt like a
spoilers,
choreographed
I
fight
guess.
scene. That was
like
yeah, like 30 seconds.
Yeah, bring John Woo back. Give me some doves in this shit. It felt real, like just blood.
There
just
is
like
the fact that I do agree that component is absolutely there, and I'm curious to see how many point that out. It's the only thing like that in this film, but it is like, hey, the final boss is 3 chicks and they suck ass.
Yeah, it's
but
so
like,
poorly done.
It's
they don't have cool ass abilities. Like they both just like whip out like fucking
batons.
They're
Batons.
extendable batons.
Right.
And they like beat this hard ass fucking like he has killed fucking everybody. Like,
Everybody.
But then there's these like, okay, maybe he let them do it, or maybe he was tired. I don't know. It just felt super like pandering.
Yes,
honestly.
it did. And it was
just
weird
like
because it was kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It was kind of out of nowhere. And so it's a weird thing where it's like this one element like that's in this movie. And you're like, why is this here?
Yeah.
Now, without getting into spoilers, I could say why I think it was there. And I do think there's a reason it doesn't make it a good one, but there is a reason why I think that they did it to some degree. Which we can talk about off air since we're not doing spoilers today.
Yeah.
But there are some mistakes in this. So I just say temper your expectations because it sounds like everybody's kind of over the moon about this when it's good. And I will say I like it more than the last John Wick movie because the last John Wick movie was a bucket of dicks.
Yeah.
It's freaking terrible.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I know that you're not crazy about the John Wick movies anymore in general.
Yeah.
And really only like those first two, but still, like those movies, and that's the problem is this franchise I'm worried is heading in that way after this movie, is that the John Wick movies have fully gone into Looney Tunes. We watched John Wick fall down a set of stairs for 35 minutes, 45 minutes. I don't even know how long. He just kept falling and falling for like fucking hour. And so it's like after that, I'm worried because this movie does some of that stuff.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, not to be, I feel like super sexist even saying this, but it just feels like really unrealistic whenever you have somebody who's portrayed at this level. Like he is the badass of badass Vietnam vet, not to like stroke off boomers or anything because my dad was in Vietnam. But anyways, he's a badass dude. Like he knows what he's doing. And then you just, I don't know. It just didn't feel appropriate levels of confrontation. You know, it's like fucking One Punch Man going up against the Green Arrow. Like it just doesn't equate or lend to any kind of like actual competitiveness between them. It seems very one-sided.
Yeah.
And it did turn out that way, and I don't know. It just didn't hit hard for me, especially since that was like the apex of the fight scene, right? Like it was the end moment.
And it should have been this epic fight.
Yeah.
Right. And so
wasn't.
I will say one thing that we also haven't really touched on is one of the things that I did love about the last moment is that, or the last movie, and what it did so well is that you have this badass dad. You have this guy who is defending his family and whatever, where it's like John Wick, there's the joke of, oh, you killed my dog, I'm going to murder everybody because of it.
Right.
Fine. With this, it was about his family. In
You
the first
slap
one,
my daughter.
yes.
I fucking murder you.
Exactly. And that's what this movie hinges on. That's what the whole plot hinges on is his daughter got smacked and he went fucking ape. And it's great.
100% relatable.
Yes.
Dude, I would.
Yeah. Fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And there's actually a really interesting scene where he's talking to somebody and he's like, what would you do?
Yeah.
I mean, put yourself in my shoes. All right.
It's your daughter. She got hit.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A grown ass muscly man.
Yes.
Pops your daughter on the back of the head after your son. Just got in a kerfuffle.
Exactly. It's like, all right, you're going to be picking your teeth off the floor. Like that's what's going to happen when you do that, period. And I think that there are moments throughout this film that are like that, which is what made the first movie work so well, that make this movie still work well, that make this movie still feel, and that is the biggest thing that this series will indefinitely have as long as it stays in this framework over John Wick is being relatable.
Yeah.
John Wick has gotten so wildly unrelatable and unrealistic and
now. But initially, the first one.
Yes, and even
like
the second one.
Dog.
Yes.
Dog, die, you kill.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Like
Yeah.
80, 90
like
people.
dog, daughter, like they're on equal planes here. Like we're gonna murder everybody.
Equal species. I see what you're saying here, Chris. You're being real sexist.
Not what I meant, but it does portray the same point. Like if it's something that you care about to that extent, like hell yeah, like fuck people up. Which I'm like a pacifist, so like it. I'm not somebody who's going to, but if you fuck with any of my nephews or nieces, I will literally murder you. So
in Minecraft.
No, like right now here, I will like look me in the eyes.
Yes, YouTube, Minecraft.
YouTube. Minecraft. Yeah, or Roblox, whatever.
Yeah, Roblox.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, Roblox is so
Fortnite,
creepy.
I think
there
is
we go.
probably
That'll work.
real
Oh,
big.
he'll find you in Fortnite.
I'll Dan.
Why
find you.
you?
Is that how it
We'll
goes?
take this to Halo and I will teabag your ass.
No, okay. Halo, okay. So order of level of my competency.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? I don't need to go.
We're talking about
Your
I don't know why
competency.
I don't know why you're
We're
going about your
Okay,
competency.
I'm terrible at all of these because they're all like console games, right?
Okay.
Fortnite literally never played it. But yeah, Halo, I'm terrible at Halo.
You were really bad at Halo.
I know I still am.
Yeah.
I never had an Xbox. I was all PC for my whole life, so terrible at that. Also, Gears of War.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was so bad at Gears.
Yeah, you
and
were
I
really
still
bad at
hate-
Gears of
it's
War.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And which I think Gears of War is worse than Halo.
Or
100%.
you're worse at it.
No, I think yes and yes. I'll yes and
to
you
both.
and
Yes
say
and.
that it's
Right.
both. It's worse.
Gears of War was a that's
So clunky.
it is very clunky. That's why it's just a bunch of thick boys rolling around,
Yeah.
and the game feels thick.
Yeah, it's like you're
Wrap cars
wading
rolling
through
around.
Right.
Play-Doh.
It is.
It's just like I don't know what we're talking about. I got
No,
sidetracked.
no.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
yeah.
Yeah, it's and if you want to know what the action feels like in this, it is very kinetic and frenetic. It doesn't feel like it's in Play-Doh. It moves pretty well. There is actually, I think that this movie is more brutal than the last one in certain moments, but it still manages to when things are headed too gory, pull back a little bit. But
Yeah.
there's a few shots, like there's a moment with a saw blade where it looks like it's heading to place where they pulled the punch there.
Yeah.
But then there's some others where they did show things.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
think
it's
all in
also-
all, it was more gory.
I feel like they pulled back 100% in this movie because like even
agree.
the like whenever he reversed it back to save the sun, right?
Mhm.
So all they did was show the front of the building and they just played like fighting noises.
Right.
Like just show us. Like I feel like so much this wasn't commented by anybody, but it did feel to me that there was so much lull in the first at least half. It could go to like 3/4 of the movie where
Granted,
it
it's
was
a
like
short movie. It's like an hour and a half. So
well, I mean, we got out 2 hours after we went in, but yeah, there was trailers and shit.
there
but-
were trailers.
yeah,
It's an
if
hour
we
and
were-
29 minutes.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, there's a lot of fucking something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what filled that time, but
A lot of family time.
yeah.
Okay? That's what it is.
There was.
But it was I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of lull. Like it wasn't as action packed as I had wanted it to be.
Which is funny. I think there's actually more action in this one after recently seeing the first one.
think there's
but I think
more
the
action.
the action isn't as good because this director is not as good. He's not an action director. He's a
Yeah.
horror director. That is the problem.
Okay.
The director that did this movie does
Could
horror.
be. Could
And
be.
I think that that's why I kind of also still lean to this movie being more gory, but the fight scenes are messier.
Yeah.
As far as not messy in a bloody way, they are just shakier. They're a little less
Worse.
yeah, they're just worse. The fight scenes aren't as
Well, they're
good.
more orchestrated feeling.
Yes.
I think most of
Ooh,
them
yeah.
felt orchestrated, and then,
Yeah.
so you can tell the choreography,
Yes.
which is a sign of like a rookie action
Right.
director.
Because well, exactly, because in an action film, you don't want to know what the next punch that's going to be thrown, the next shot that's going to be
Mhm.
shot. You
Yeah.
don't want to see that.
Surprise me.
Exactly.
Shock me.
Exactly. And
I want to
that's
see bones fucking shattering out of.
yeah.
I feel like a psychopath. I want to see bones shattering out of people's
Right.
forearms.
Well, and you don't
Yeah.
want you don't want it to be predictable in
Yeah.
any sense. And I think that that's what made the last film so special is he would do things and you're just like, oh shit, he
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
In this one, you're just like, huh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
that's how I go in there. Yep.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
So yes, and it sounds like Sin once again is right there with us. So
Yeah.
it's not just us on this.
yeah, the choreography is
it's not as good.
is way subpar compared to
Yeah.
the first one.
Mhm.
Like across the board.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
Yeah, and I mean there were some great scenes in the last one. Like for example, there's a fun scene in a car and things like that. That this movie doesn't have
Mhm.
any moments like
Mhm.
that hit as well. And so I think personally for this franchise and series to swing back around to kind of what that first film was, I think that they are going to need to really shake things up. I honestly think that they need to bring back that other director
Yeah.
that did the last film or
Agreed.
someone that's on par with him.
Yeah.
This guy just wasn't quite there. And there are going to be some things that need to change. I think that they need to mix up the type of action. Like I said, with like whether it be automotive action, whatever. I still love this character. I love this family.
Oh yeah,
I would love to see more happen with this family and all of these characters.
for sure.
RZA,
Dude, he fell off so hard in this version. Like the first episode or the first movie, so good. He killed it.
He didn't
and it was
talk
like
too much.
fluid.
He was just enough.
Yeah. I feel like the dialogue in this movie is lacking so hard. It's really obvious that they were just like talking to a screen. I feel like in so many of the
so many people like him. Now I think Bob Odenkirk was great. Like I think most of his stuff worked for me
to a certain extent. It wasn't as bad, but also Christopher
Christopher Lloyd. He's just
Like,
kind of barely there.
I know.
He was definitely, that's one of the things. He was definitely better in the first movie.
Yeah. And I think all of this comes down to direction.
Yeah.
This is a director problem.
For sure.
I just had an idea.
Yes.
So for a sequel, for the third movie, you're talking about shaking it up, Christopher Lloyd's character dies.
Yep.
Okay.
And we know from the first movie, he's like an old Fed and all that stuff. So we know he did stuff, probably a cleaner and shit too.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's that people find out that have been looking for him, but couldn't find him because he's been in hiding so well. And so they come out and they start hunting. So this is a flip of the script, kind of changing the story and everything.
Yeah.
So every life, life's normal. You go about life and then death happens, especially when it's family death. That's unexpected, and, it hits hard. So they're grieving and these hitmen start coming for Bob.
Yeah.
And then that's how we get this change of script, but it's still family based because they're dealing with grief and shit like that.
Sure.
I need to call somebody.
I could see that.
Yeah, I can totally see
This
that.
is a good script.
Yeah, there's definitely ways that I think that this series can bounce back, and I do not think that this was necessarily a failure. What's up, Jeremy C in the chat? Nice for you to make it, man, and be able to pop in for once. I know it's hard coming into these shows from across the world, but yeah, it's one of those things where this is it's just not living up to what the last one was. But I do not think that it's gonna. We'll see what it does for the franchise. We'll see if people show up for it. We'll see if it makes its money back. If it makes its money back, I think there's a way for it to swing back. And I think that they could even get the director from the previous movie back. And I wanted to show you guys this because I found it very interesting. There's a movie that just recently came out called Heads of State. I did not see it. It has a 57%.
I think it's on
It is a Prime Video exclusive movie. This starred John Cena, Idris Elba, and what's that chick's name? Priyanka Chopra. Yeah. Nick Jonas's wife.
Oh.
Super hot.
Chopra?
Yeah, something like that. But yes, so this movie is considered a thriller, comedy, action, adventure. Interestingly enough, people aren't crazy about it. It has a 57% on Criticless, and I have not heard a whole lot of people talk about it. Like I said, it's PG-13. The reason that I'm bringing all this up is the director. The director of this film, Isla Nishaler, however you say that, is the guy who did the first film. This is the guy that did Nobody Won.
Okay.
So what happened was he got snagged up to do Heads of State with bigger actors, potentially bigger franchise, probably bigger budget, but PG-13, comedy thriller, whatever. I think the problem is that he stepped into a property that was a mistake, and unfortunately, and he should have been on board for Nobody 2, but instead we got him doing Heads of State, which is a real bummer. But he's also not a mega director. If he's coming off of a semi-failure, the interesting thing to see and watch is going to be to see what the studio does, right?
Well, his next movie after that is going to be Roadhouse 2.
Is he doing Roadhouse 2?
Per IMDb.
Really? So another Prime Video movie.
Right.
And the last Roadhouse sucked balls.
That's why I'm like,
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It was bad?
If you like the first Roadhouse, it sucks.
Okay.
And yes, the most recent Roadhouse was not good. I'm not a fan just because I love the original Roadhouse. I think it's awesome. We're actually reviewing that on Monday Hangover this week, or well, this next coming Monday. So I love the original Roadhouse. If you've never seen it, highly recommend it. It is a man's movie. I mean, there's a freaking monster truck running things over in that movie. It's awesome. There's boobs. There's action, fighting. It's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Roadhouse is great. Roadhouse new one, not good, and I'm bummed. Maybe he makes the second one better. I think he's a very competent director, but it sounds like in the hands of Prime Video, his stuff's not as good. Because I mean, Hardcore Henry was great. Nobody Won was great.
Yeah.
But now we've got this Heads of State movie and then him doing this other. But I think that that's what hurt this film, which is a bummer. First Roadhouse, My Dixie, 99%. Agree, it's awesome, so good. So
first being like. You talking about
the OG?
The OG Roadhouse.
Yeah. Okay.
The OG Roadhouse. Have you never seen it, Chris?
Oh no, I have.
Oh, you have seen it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like recently, or?
Yeah, I haven't seen the newest one, but I know the OG one.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay. Yeah. You just don't sound that passionate about it. You don't sound like you're over the moon.
No, I was just curious what he was saying because it sounded like he was shaming.
Now, Matt, have you ever seen the original Roadhouse?
I think I saw on Spike TV about 10 years.
You can't watch it. You got to watch it.
14 years ago.
Full R-rated. Can't watch.
I haven't seen it since. I thought it was mid because I was just watching it on TV, and so I never.
Oh, it's good times.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's very 80s. Like I'm not going to say that it's missing.
Right.
The 80s had a lot of cheese happening. There's some cheese there, but it is the best kind of cheese. Yeah. Like for instance, I recently just watched
Commando.
Do what? Commando. I almost said Rambo. I just watched Commando.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, that movie's cheesy. But also still great.
And see, I remember loving that. It was another one of those movies I saw like in elementary, middle school. And I always remember Commando just being so freaking cool. Like in my mind, it's like one of my favorite.
It's
Arnold movies.
I will say, and I didn't mention it in our Bro Science review. One of the things that kind of surprised me is even the R-rated version. In my head, that movie was supposed to be a whole lot more gory and violent, and it's really not. There's only like one scene that's kind of where he like throws a saw blade and like chops off the top of somebody's head. But it's really not that violent. Like it's nothing like Predator. Or you know, so but it's not bad. It's fun. It's Arnold. I was less of an Arnold fan. It just depends. It was his stuff is hit or miss. Like for example, Predator, freaking awesome. Like, but as I don't know, I like Rambo more than Commando. So, but you kind of pick your lane, you know, with those kind of characters, those kind of old action movies. But still a solid film. But this one, it's not bad. I'm interested to hear everybody's thoughts as they continue to come into Criticless, and we managed to do a spoiler-free review in its entirety. We rarely do that, but I really didn't kind of see the point in a film like this. It's like we can skip some of those details. It's not gonna, especially with how close this stuck to the previous premise and just beat for beat story things. It's like there's not a lot of huge spoilers that we have to really worry about.
Yeah.
So
not that great. I was not impressed with this movie.
So, but unsurprisingly, super high Rotten Tomato score because their system's broke. I think that ours will be a lot more accurate. Now, granted, I did not read them out, but we can bring them up. We do have those Criticless scores, and so we've got a 78% by SK Knight or Sky Knight, or I don't know, Knight. You know, gave it a 78%. Set us back, and it's great. Not as perfect as the first, I agree, but still a lot of fun. Some good action scenes. They're okay, yeah. And but first one had better ones. Totally agree. We're right there with you. Now, D Smart gave it 100%.
Holy shit!
I hear you, bro.
100.
That's the thing. I could see
people liking this a lot.
Like it like that.
Yeah. And I will say, coming out of the theater, I was higher on it. Than just as I was processing.
Yeah.
The more I processed, the more I was like, man, I got some problems.
I brought you down. It's okay.
It's all
it's
your
fine.
fault.
You know, I'm a Debbie Downer.
You know, y'all made some really good points, and then after being reminded, more importantly, about Sharon Stone, that was really kind of the big thing that hurts this movie for me, honestly.
Right. Well, she's not really memorable.
No,
they introduced her kind of.
She's memorable in
like,
the worst kind of ways.
I honestly was already forgetting about her.
Right.
You know.
Well, she's kind of only sort of in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Where like the villain in the first movie, I feel his presence is more felt.
Right.
And in this one, her presence isn't really felt.
But interestingly enough, now Rhombus gave it a 50 or a 43%. I thought his score was higher earlier, but I could be wrong about that.
Could have talked him down.
Yes, right. Could have. But yeah, said it felt small and fake. And that's interesting. And then basically said the acting was bad in this. Now I'll say I think certain characters acting was bad. Some of it was, you know, it was hit or miss. It depended on who it was. I loved Bob Odenkirk. I think he always does a solid job. But then he says it felt 80 minutes too long. So he really didn't like it. I'm surprised the score is not even lower.
Yeah, that sounds like a heinous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he said, we'll check out a Nobody 3 out of love for the first, but won't ever watch this one again. And I feel I probably won't go back to this one either.
That's my standard.
Yeah.
I won't ever watch this again.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. And that does hurt it.
I can see watching it again.
Maybe like put it on the background, maybe, but I'm not going to be like, I'm going to sit down and watch this kind of a thing. Like, it's just, hey, I'll stick this on.
It didn't progress the story of the characters at all. In my perspective,
It did with the relationship of the couple. It focused on that more this time.
And their family values. And,
yeah. I think that I actually like, that's the stuff I like the most about the movie, kind of with some of the relationship building stuff and kind of progressing some of the things with the kids or at least the son, not as much with the daughter, but she's still young.
She's just happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
Just like in the first one, just being like, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's very anime-esque.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Just like,
right.
The unprotected daughter getting slapped and the overwhelmingly powerful dad.
Just as an anime would be amazing.
It would. It honestly kind of is like
it
anime.
really
over the top.
It does. This is very anime now that you say that. That's kind of wild. Huh. Interesting. And Weapon X critics gave it a 73 and said it was disappointing, unnecessary best hits sequel. This is the first film. Yeah. So, and apparently Nobody 3 and 4, according to him, have been announced. So that will be interesting, but doesn't have much hope for the future film simply because he wasn't as high on this one. Granted, still gave it a 73%.
If they take my notes from what I just geniusly created,
hey, maybe they're watching and listening.
Then they'll be able to do something.
Yep. But and it sounds like a lot of the same kind of qualms. But then we've got an 80% by Smallville CK, who also just says that it's not, quite what the first one was, but still brutal and stylish action, all that stuff. So yeah, so it sounds like we're still hanging at least in that rad most excellent, but we do have a decent. It sounds like Chris is going to be a decent. He probably will never drop a review. And
less than decent.
Yeah. And
it's low.
It's okay. It won't ever affect the score because you'll never
right.
any of our other
in mind.
Just yes, in everyone's mind.
Not ourselves.
Yeah. So what if Nobody 3 was just a black screen? Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be nobody on the screen.
That'd be artistic.
Yeah,
sure.
It would be a very artistic take. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. It's been fun talking about Nobody 2. I think, perfectly serviceable film, but nothing that's going to blow your socks off most likely. And just keep your expectations moderate or lower, and you will probably be fine. But if you're thinking it's going to be like the last film, you're probably not going to get that. So,
agreed.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, so I think that's been it. We're going to do our send-off songs. And also, before we do that, I did want to say, everybody, buckle up, be ready for it, prepare yourselves. We are going to be reviewing in 2 weeks, The Room with Mo Zamboni here live. So we are going to be talking about The Room. You getting ready, Matt? You're ready up for The Room?
He's cranking.
He's cranking it up. So yeah,
Soldier Boy.
Yep, that's right. There you go. So yeah, we're going to be reviewing The Room, but we're going to be doing a back-to-back review of not just The Room, but we are also going to be reviewing the movie made about The Room, which I am
Disaster
Artist. Thank you, Matt. Which have either of y'all seen? I'm trying to remember. Okay, so you have.
I don't think I've seen The Room. I think I've only seen Disaster Artist.
Okay, so yes, so we're going to be reviewing both films with Mo Zamboni. Everybody prep and be ready. It'll be in 2 weeks. And if Mo bails on us again, we're going to just have to make that
burn his
episode.
house down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
we're going to just,
be.
it's going to be us going to visit Mo and giving him a big fat milk sandwich.
Oh, God.
So,
You got to go to South Carolina.
Oh, God. He's already punishing himself.
The worst.
At least he's just over the border. He's like, not far into it. At least.
For thrill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but that is what we are planning on doing, is reviewing those two. Now, next week, we don't have it locked in yet. I'm not even entirely sure what's happening. There is a strong chance, just unless it's something really big, we will kind of poll the audience. We'll do something fun and do something that everybody can watch at home, since this was a theater movie. So guys, what are we looking at for the theater, for your send-off songs?
Yes,
Since Chris is well prepared today.
Yeah.
I am.
I know.
Yeah.
So what you got?
Oh, you want me to go?
Yes.
All right. So my song is by Hannah Cohen, and it's called Summer Sweat. And it's a very 60s, 70s vibe, kind of like Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks-ish vibe.
Okay.
So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, check it out. Man. It's got that vibe.
Yeah,
Nice.
Very chill sounding.
I like
Yeah,
it.
it is.
Stevie
It's good.
Nicks-y.
It's very 70s.
Oh God, we've got another Caveat Ties song for
Oh,
everyone.
no.
I hope you're ready. I had to read one last week. You get to deal with this one, Matt. Which we need to add the songs from last week. I don't think we've done that
Don't look
yet.
at me.
It's very German.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, it's always very German. I didn't
Austrian.
realize that
Could be Austrian.
Mozart was always so
Austrian?
Austrian.
Yeah.
Who
All
knew?
right, Matt.
Der Stolz low last sich joie jahem. About Mozart.
Yeah. There's a Heil in there somewhere.
That was like redneck German, is what that was.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's
Great
right.
job.
That's
You
right.
got it right on the first try, Matt. So we'll be adding
Nailed it.
that to our send-off songs playlist.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks for that. Per usual, Caveat Ties. We will check that one out for sure. Matt, I'm just going to go ahead and go since I'm already sucking all the air out of the room.
Go for it.
I haven't done any synthwave stuff in a while, so I'm a big fan of synthwave. If you use Criticless, then you know that I love me some synthwave. So there's a synthwavy band called The Strike. They're very good, and I'm just gonna do a song called "Devils in the Canyon." That's one that they came out with a while back. It's really solid, but The Strike is really good. They actually have a new song out. That is really solid called The Getaway, but we'll do Devils in the Canyon just so you can hear one of their more popular things, and that's by The Strike. So check that out and just check them out in general. They're great. So Matt, what you got?
Cool. Oh yes, I'm just gonna do this cute little song called
So
Skate
cute.
or Die by Skate
or Die.
K8.
Wow, sounds very
Hot
tasty.
burning body.
What a name of a
Yeah,
band.
it's pretty chill.
I hear you. All right. Well, excited to hear that one when it hits the playlist. So everybody make sure to hit up our Send Off Songs playlist where we have been categorizing and putting in all of these songs. It is an absurd playlist at this point, especially with Caveat Ties songs added in. So yeah, if you want to super chat some songs, feel free to do
Right.
that and we'll add them to
And
the
we
list.
pronounce those songs 100% correct.
Oh, every
Yeah.
time. Every time.
Flawless.
Yep. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. We will be back again next week, I am sure. And then just make sure to prepare for the Room double feature that we are going to be doing with Mo Zamboni. I don't know how we'll break that up. I kind of want to still do Culture for Boomers simply because Mo is like 100-year-old man. So we
He is
have
the
to do
boomer.
that. He is the boomer.
He should provide
the
the
culture
video.
for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I
he
don't
doesn't
know how
know
that
any of
would
it,
go.
though.
Yeah,
Glenn's got to provide it.
that's
But
right.
what we could do is just do Culture for Boomers and then just go straight into
The movie reviews.
talk one of them and then talk about the second.
Right.
And just spoiler it all.
Oh, absolutely. They're older movies. I think we find out we're to where there's no spoiler free on these older movies. So yeah, everybody prepare for that stuff. Disaster Artist and The Room, one of which is a notoriously terrible, if not the worst film ever made. The other is about the worst film ever made. So yes, and we will be back soon, guys. Everybody take it easy. Later.
Later, y'all.
Peace.